as we come into today's session, session one. It's early spring in the free cities of the East. The planar merges have racked these lands for hundreds of years, 650 to be exact, have been mild around Old Haven lately. Several merges with the plane of air, as is expected for spring. The Shadowfell happened a few times a couple weeks ago, and about 3 nights ago, the Nine Hells merged. The Citizens Volunteer Force, a group dedicated to protecting the cities from planar threats, is about to sign the newest class of volunteers, Class 137. That's you all. Eager to start your training, you all have traveled here from other cities, leaving your old lives behind to begin this new adventure. Tonight is the last day of month 3, and you have finally arrived at the volunteer schoolhouse in Old Haven. It's a 3-story building of dusty yellow painted stone with split steps that lead up to the large arched door that is currently open. Marigold and Hayes, your decently long journey from Lumen is finally done. There were a few close calls as you traversed the forest and the roadside, and you just made it to the city not but an hour ago. So, fresh on your feet, no chance to really get your bearings. Straight to the schoolhouse as you were supposed to arrive the day before, but travel doesn't always go as is expected. So as you two walk up, you're with a group of probably about 10 or 15 other people, also from Lumen. The volunteers normally send like an escort, essentially, a few senior volunteers to take all the newbies on a little class trip from their cities to Old Haven. For some of you, it was a bit longer of a journey from way out east, west, south, wherever Serenity Roost is. For others, if they live in Old Haven, it's a walk across the street. Everyone from the Free Cities does this first year of training in Old Haven. But as you two approach the schoolhouse, you see what looks to be a check-in desk with a studious-looking tiefling kind of reading over parchment. And you see there's kind of a line forming in front of this tiefling as they seem to be directing people where to go next. As you two kind of fall in line with the others in your group and finally get up to the desk, you see that he looks up and he goes, good evening. Names, please? Looking at either one of you as you two kind of step up together.
Osmond, Hayes.
Osmond, is that your first name?
No, last. Hayes Osmond.
Oh,
sorry.
last. Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah. Hayes Osmond.
Yes.
Checks here. You see that he kind of reaches to a box in the side and hands you a small like bandana that has the Citizens Volunteer Force logo, the 3 arrows crossed on it in gold. It's black, kind of handkerchief armband kind of situation, and also a pin. He hands both of those to you, and then looks up for the person that was next to you, who happens to be the other person in this group. That's crazy.
Marigold Beck.
Marigold Beck. You see, he takes the name down and hands, again, similar thing to you. As he's reading over the list, he says, it appears you two are actually assigned to the same squad, so you're the first ones of your squad to arrive, but you can go ahead inside, room 118 on the first floor. The signing ceremony is tomorrow at noon, but you're free to do whatever until then. Just don't be late. And he goes and grabs off to the side, and you see that he gets a little rectangular kind of cell phone looking device and puts it on the table in front of you. This is for communication with the schoolhouse and any of the senior volunteers. I'm not sure which one. It's one for the whole squad. Not sure which one of you wants to keep hold of it, but being as half of you are already here, I figured I'd go ahead and give this.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take it.
All right. Yeah. So, Hayes, you can add that you have
Yeah.
Magitech tablet in your inventory. And as you two step off to the side, do you want to go ahead and share what your characters look like?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
I vote Morgan goes first because you rolled.
Wow, I did. You see a 5'3" human, with short, like light ginger hair. It's like wavy with like the shades and back like sived. Nope. Hang on. Sides and back shaved. There we go. White tips on the hair. Gray eyes, freckly skin.
What are they wearing?
That's where I'm like, are we already wearing like what we will be wearing, or is that like a?
I'd say you're probably wearing whatever armor you own. You come with your own equipment, so.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Then yeah, like a chainmail armor with like a purple kind of like drapey situation in the front, and black shoulder plates, brown boots, gloves, gauntlets, the works. And do we also have our own weapons already too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I gotta work.
It's a finance yourself kind of situation.
Oh, great.
Show up with what you got, you know.
Maybe they have scholarship or something.
Yeah, you know, you can ask for a scholarship if you really need it.
Yeah, got a warhammer on my back, and then on my side I got a little pouch full of stuff. You'll know what's in there.
Mystery stuff. Dang.
Yeah.
You can assume.
It looks an awful lot like what people would call a component pouch.
Awfully, but there's some extra stuff in there. Dual purpose.
Yeah. All right. Cool. What's Marigold look like as they follow Hayes up the split stairs into the volunteer schoolhouse?
Yeah, so Marigold has is just a little shorter than Hayes. She's 5'1". And she has really long, kind of like flowing hair, and like you can see at the top of the roots, it's like this like kind of lighter blue color, like a little bit like on the purplier side, but like from like maybe starting here, it's just full of black ink. But her hair is kind of floating around her face like she's underwater, and is dripping black ink. Actually, she's dripping black ink. Her skin has like ripples of black ink on it, and it's kind of a miracle that her she's got this white blouse on. It's not stained. She's wearing a nice green dress over the top of it, also not stained, in pretty good condition, and is wearing open-toed brown sandals as well. And she's got really big, like really dark blue eyes.
Out here just fighting monsters in sandals, fighting monsters in flip-flops.
Leaving the dogs vulnerable.
Well, they're like the equivalent of like Tivas or
Okay,
Do they
she's
have
out
a
here
sword
fighting in
smoke?
Tivas.
Yeah, she's out here fighting in Tivas. So like traction, waterproof. But yes, the toes are. I think they're exposed. I can't remember the picture. It's in the drawing.
I mean, an open-toed implies.
I'm pretty sure it's open-toed.
Yeah, she's got gladiator sandals on, you know.
Yeah,
if they fought in
they're
them.
supportive too. They come up like around the ankles.
Got
so,
nice
Yeah.
arches.
So
Yeah.
that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
And like as they're walking up the stairs, she's gonna say, "Wow, that's really neat that we're in the same squad. It's nice to meet you." And she's gonna go to shake your hand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're gonna shake Marigold's hand. Yeah,
it's very unpleasant. Her hand is like wet and cold and clammy, and a little bit of ink gets on your skin.
Wow, so it gets on the skin but not clothes. Incredible.
Oh, I also forgot to mention she has a yellow flower in her hair. It's
there we go.
A dandelion.
Not a marigold?
No.
Like a dandelion.
It's a dandelion.
Okay.
It's alive. I mean,
Oh.
It looks freshly picked.
Yeah, imagine that. Wonder when the others are gonna be here. It's kind of tries to like subtly wipe ink off on like back of. But like I'm moving both hands, so it's not suspicious. Hands on hips, but like a
yeah.
Yeah, it's surprising that they're not here yet, considering we had to travel the farthest. But maybe we're just more punctual because of that. You know, you've accommodated for the extra time it'll take.
Yeah. Hopefully they didn't have issues. That would be bad.
Yeah, that would really stink. Would be really unfortunate.
I'm sure they'd assign us more squad meets, but don't know.
Did you automatically be like, damn, they must be dead? But yeah, as you two kind of walk and talk, you enter the large, like, arched doorway of the schoolhouse, and you can see now that it looks like there's a hallway that goes off on either side that looks like it probably wraps around the building, and there's this in the main area stairs that look like they go up this way and then that way to bring you to the other two floors. It's a pretty open. It's an open concept in the entryway. A nice giant breezy windows. There's a cross breeze coming through, and you can see numbering on the side, and there's other people kind of milling about. You see some that have the armband already on that look not confused and sure of where they're going. So you're like, those are probably volunteers that are not new and confused. And, walking out, some of them are wearing a ton of armor. Some of them almost no armor at all. You see a few people that have similar like pouches and like a staff. So there's a variety of types here, and often you see people walking kind of in pairs. Definitely a bustling building, as it were. But heading down the hallway, you see room 118 that you were instructed. That's your room. And as you enter, you see that it's kind of just a large open concept room, like those doors that you can like pull across to divide rooms, like those room. It looks like that's been pulled back. It looks like it's probably a classroom at one point. But right now there's about 25 or so, 26 cots that are kind of grouped together in sets of 4. You see a few of the other kind of new volunteers are maybe napping or reading or talking together. And you see that the large floor-to-ceiling windows here are open all the way, letting the fresh spring air in. It's actually a really, really nice, crisp spring day out. And as you're walking, you see that one of the unoccupied cots kind of close to the door looks like it has a piece of parchment with a name written on it. So it seems like they might be assigned to people in that way. What are y'all doing?
Look for a bed.
Look for your bed. Yeah, give me a perception check. Do
Oh,
you know
boy.
your name? Do you
Oh,
know how
boy.
to?
Do I know my name? Oh, that's deep. It's an 11 total.
So if you also want to, well, are you also looking? Did you say you were also looking for your name,
Yeah.
Marigold? All right. If you want to go ahead and give me that perception check
Perception check. Okay, I have
or
2 dice.
or investigation.
And
I
I need
guess
to
it
figure
could
out
be
which one is
perception or
hers.
investigation.
Because I have
Wow.
2 really similar looking dice, and then they got mixed up. I was trying to keep them separate, but then I moved.
Roll them both. Pick the better one. No.
I think it's this one. See? They're so similar.
That's pretty similar.
Okay. Then I roll the dice. Oh my god, I got a natural 20!
Hey, look at that.
With the perception of, I think she's 22.
Wow.
Nice.
I have to make a crit counter for this campaign. Oh my god.
I'm writing down the crit. It's okay.
Okay, good.
You can make it
tallies
after.
until I can make the PowerPoint.
Yeah. All right. So as you two walk into the room, you see all these other like new volunteers around. You catch the names on a cot, and so you go looking to see yours. Marigold, you very quickly from across the room, you do some scanning. You're like, well, that's a group of 4. There's already one person there. There's 2 people there, and they said other people aren't there yet. So we're looking for an empty group of cots. Okay, and yeah, very very easy. You find kind of a little bit towards the back a group of 4 cots, and you see the names Marigold, Hayes, Theodore, and Xanthi. Just first names, no last name. Hastily drawn out. Someone really got stuck with writing like 200 people's names and having to put them on cots, and they're like, oh, great.
It'd be like
They're
that.
like, yeah.
All in a day.
But yeah, you see the little grouping of 4, and you're able to point it out. You do see there are some groups of cots that have only 3, some with 5, but yours has 4. So you expect you're waiting on 2 other people.
Oh, Hayes. Oh my god, that's not Marigold's voice. Gotta get back in character. Hayes, I found our cots. They're in the back of the room.
Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, do you want help with the armband? Or
Oh,
do you think
sure,
that's something that we
guess.
have to do later? I don't really.
Huh. Well, I'm not really sure. You
Yeah.
want to look around. Is anyone else wearing the armbands, or are they not wearing them yet?
You look around and you see that like half the people have worn them. Some of them are wearing them as armbands. A few people are like wearing them as bandanas. A few people around their neck. Some people aren't wearing them. You weren't instructed, and you gather that people are like, I'm gonna put mine on. I've started, and other people are like, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. So it's kind of a choose your own adventure as to whether or not you wanna wear it. Yeah, and what style you want. Someone has theirs just like tied around their waist. A really small like gnome has theirs tied around the waist. So it's a fashion accessory more so than anything.
Interesting.
Actually, I don't think I need help. She's gonna like hook it around her belt,
Nice.
so it just kind of dangles.
Okay.
Did you want help with yours?
Well, I mean, I saw people in the hall wearing them around their arms, but now, looks like there's options. I think I'm gonna think about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Really
Is there like a nightstand next to the beds at all?
You see there's like a little locker, like foot locker type situation, like at the end of each cot that looks like you could, put things in and lock them. Which just means people could like lift them up and take it away, but they couldn't like get into your things. So it's, there's an air of trust here. There's also like 28 of you in a room, so not a lot of privacy. A lot of people would be like, that's not yours, pretty sure. But
When
yeah,
you said the cots are in groups of 4, I was imagining like that, like bed, like in a square. But that
yes,
makes more sense.
no,
That makes more
Mega
sense.
like
bed.
grouping, yeah,
It's mega bed essentially.
yeah.
We did in summer camp. Just all the
Get
bunk
to know
beds
your
together.
party real quick.
Yeah.
There were only
Marigold's
4
gonna
beds
sit
that
at
turned
the end
into
of her
one
bed.
bed.
And she's gonna grab from her bag a little glass fishbowl that's empty.
Nice.
And she puts it on the like foot locker on top of it. You know, gets out some stones and some like, you know, things you put in a little fish tank,
Sure.
a little fish bowl, some decorations, and she puts them in the bowl and then grabs a jar of water from her bag and magics it out of the jar and into the fish bowl. And then she's gonna reach inside her bag and she pulls out a bag with a fish in it.
She reaches into her bag to pull out a bag with a fish.
I was
Okay.
debating just having fish in there, but I feel like she has
You
it in the water.
A loose fish.
A loose fish.
The chocolate
Okay,
bar
yeah.
carrying bag.
Yeah, so she's gonna grab the bag and take her fish out. This fish is has really flowy fins and is like got black and white and orange spots on it. Mostly black and white, just like a few small orange spots. She puts it in the fish tank.
Nice. Making yourself at home.
Making myself at home. Gotta take care of my fish.
Yeah, I just love the idea this fish been sloshing around for like a week in a bag.
It was fun.
Yeah. Every night you're like, okay, back into the bag when you were traveling. Love it. All right. So you've been kind of obviously you all kind of put your stuff down either on the bunk or around it, or pushed it underneath. Hayes, are you putting anything in or on or around? Do you have a fish you want to also put on your locker? Any
Our fish could be
hamster?
It's so crazy because I don't, sadly.
Oh, no. All right.
Wow.
Maybe one day I can go to like a pet
Yeah.
store, get some fish.
Bring
There we go.
Yeah. No, I think maybe just like, because warhammers are probably heavy, but just taking it off and propping it against like the wall.
Mhm.
That seems like a thing to do.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, not really.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, as you two kind of, start to settle down and realize that like you got up early this morning, probably did about 20 miles of walking and now into the city, got through the checkpoint, got to the schoolhouse, like starting to be like, these cots looking fantastic. You've been sleeping on the ground for, just about a week. So this is beautiful. But as you two are doing that, we're gonna go on over to Xanthi. So, are you ready? Xanthi, you had actually gotten to Old Haven like a day or two ago, from your very long trek, and you ended up coming here with a lot of the people from Comfort. You kind of tagged along with that group. So you had a little like a day to get used to the city. You were given similar instructions to check in this evening, and when you finally checked in at the front, you gave your name and were directed towards room 118. You also were given an armband and a pin. No tablet for you. Hayes has the tablet. But they did let you know that one of your team members already, I want to call it a work phone. One of your team members already has the work phone, the work tablet, and yeah, his iPad kid. Already have the tablet. And so as you walking in, you see very similar things to the group before. but as you're kind of stepping into the room, I'll say with the perception check that Marigold rolled of a nat 20, they also kind of are in proximity to like looking at the door as they're doing stuff. What does everyone see as you step through the door? Not that everyone's looking at you, but people are seeing. People are, kind of doing the thing of like, oh, like we're still waiting on one group member. Could every time a new person comes in, kind of looking up. Sometimes people are like, they'll come over here. What? Give us a description of Xanthi.
So Xanthi is about 5'6". He is
There we go. Getting taller. We're getting taller in the group.
I know. Yeah, it's currently the tallest one. She is a half elf. She has hair to about mid back, wavy blonde, with like flowers kind of just in at irregular spots, just kind of woven in there or placed in there. She is wearing kind of like a white kind of like over tunic with a lot of like purple and blue like accents. She's got kind of tall boots. She is wearing some scale mail that looks like it's never been used before. Looks brand new. There is a crossbow on her back, a mace on her hip. Again, looks brand new. And I think it's like on the wrong side too, her mace. It's like she's clearly like right-handed, but she's like waving to people as she comes in, but like it's on the opposite hip. And she is just like gray blue eyes. I can't quite tell the color. And she's like looking around, trying to clock everything as she comes in, and she's just got like a big smile on her face.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Let's see what she's registering as she walks in.
She did not 20, swear to God.
No, but it was good. It's an 18.
An 18, yeah.
I went back to the original dice. I think that's why I tried to change out the dice, and I had already said that this was going to be her dice.
Can't betray it.
You can't betray it. Had to go back to it. So, hold on. So, 18. Okay, so that's good. That's good, because I have... It's like a 24.
Yeah, I'd say that's really good.
No perceptive.
So
she's just like
just taking it up. Yeah, like, she's looking at everything. Coming in, you see you don't see anyone really that you came maybe you recognize like one person that you've kind of traveled with from Comfort, but you didn't really like, you did the whole thing where you like introduced yourselves, everyone who was traveling together, and then like you immediately forgot their name, and now it's embarrassing. You can't go, like, can't do that. But you like do the like, oh, hi, I know you. As you're in, you were given the names of the two people that already checked in. So you were given that Hayes and Marigold were already checked in this room, and you also gathered the naming situation on the cots. But beyond that, you're just kind of looking, roaming around, seeing everyone that's hanging out. And Marigold, you see this half elf that comes in wearing brand new armor, shiny armor. Definitely some of like sunlight glints. That's the evening sunlight like glints off the armor, and you see that she's kind of like looking around at everything that's going on, but you're free to engage or just keep setting up your aquarium.
I think Marigold probably won't say anything until Xanthi gets a little closer to like be sure that she's with their group.
Yeah. Sure. So, Xanthi, what are you doing? Is it seems that people are like casually, not really saying hi, but they like recognize your presence, but no one's like coming right up to you to be like, oh hey, like what's going on? Kind of
He's
vibes.
probably
Everyone's
just
kind of
like
doing their thing.
completely unself-consciously, just like wandering the aisles and just like checking out the, looking for the names and just kind of unbothered. Like,
Yeah. So you approach the small human and the smaller water genasi that are kind of already grouped together, and you see with that insane roll, like from probably like 10 feet away, somehow you're like, that's an X, and you know what? Not a lot of people start their names with X, so that's probably my name on that parchment. Yeah, and you're able to see that this looks like it's your group.
I think she like smiles even bigger than she was before as she spots you two and sees. She just immediately like just starts like half skips the remaining distance and just like takes off her backpack, drops it on the bed, and just is like, "Hi,
Hi.
Hi.
Are you Xanthi?
I'm Xanthi.
Oh my gosh.
you
I'm
guys
Marigold.
are my team."
Yeah. Marigold gives you a handshake. It's
She's just like
unnaturally cold.
she's just like enthusiastically like taking it.
Oh, perfect. I love the flowers in your hair.
I like your flower. Do you like flowers too?
Yes, actually, arranging flowers is one of my pastimes.
Well, marigold, great flower.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best flowers.
Yeah, I do really like it. I'm partial to all flowers, though. What about the ones in your hair? I'm assuming she knows what they are already, but I don't know, so I want to.
They're like various, like they're like just various wildflowers. There's like no
cool.
two are the same. They're just like ones that she's. Well, I just I picked these off the side of the road. These I think one of these was from in the town. I mean, there's just like gardens all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're like maybe people's gardens. But
Oh, well, I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
no, I mean they've got plenty.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, nice to meet you. I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Your armor is so shiny.
Oh,
Very nice.
Yeah. She just kind of like shifts a little, like uncomfortably. Like you maybe get the sense this is like the first time she's put it on. You know, I'm not actually usually in armor, but it felt like the thing to do.
Now I feel so out of
First day of
place.
school vibes, like.
Yeah,
I don't
there was
have
actually
any armor. I didn't think that I would need it.
Well, I mean, you know what? That was a debate before I left home because my friend Risa was like, leather armor is good. You don't need all that metal stuff. But then my parents were like, I don't know, safer is better. And then I thought about it and I thought, I mean, from what I've seen, most clerics have armor. So, you know, we went with this.
You're a cleric?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, I'm a cleric.
Do you follow one of the reclaimed gods or just an unknown one?
Well, you know, I don't know them well yet.
Okay.
We're getting there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you been a cleric for a while or
You know,
is this new?
not super long. But you know what? I'm picking it up pretty quick. So
Nice.
Yeah. You, what do you do?
Oh, I just have magic. Nothing
You
special.
have magic.
Yeah.
What can you do?
I gotta pull up my spell list. I just haven't. I haven't looked at it in ages. So.
And where do you get your magic? Like, have you always done magic?
Oh no. It just happened. You know. She's gonna cast minor illusion, I guess, and make the illusion of what would be like a cool thing. Oh yeah, what if like she makes an illusion of like flower petals raining down, like ta-da!
Nice.
Literally, Xanthe squeals aloud, like quite loudly, probably enough to like make other people look over. It's so cool.
Thank
As
you.
you hear, or as you are showing off this magic, Theodore, Teddy,
Man.
you also came a little early from Travis. You checked in maybe like last night, so you didn't have a ton of time to see the city, just what you could this morning. But you also checked into the desk, were given your armband and pin, the names of the people that are already here. And the person says, as you're checking in, he's like, you just missed the rest of your group. They all kind of checked in within a few minutes of each other, but so they're probably just getting settled. But yeah, go ahead, room 118. It's on the first floor. But yeah, nice to meet you, and good luck.
Thank you.
And as you step inside, you step across the threshold. Right as you see everyone else is kind of like keeping calm to themselves, like casually talking, and then there's a group kind of in the back corner that one is doing a show of magic, and the other, like, the two other people there, and you see this kind of taller half-elf squeal and hear her squeal with excitement at these flower petals that are raining down. But yeah, Teddy, as you kind of step into the room and see all this, give us a description of your boy.
Yeah, so Teddy's tall. He's very tall. He's like 6'2". Kind of this long, like just a tall guy. He has hair that's like just bordering brown and red. It's kind of about like shoulder length. He keeps it in like a low ponytail. He's just very, very nicely. He's got a button-up shirt, and like a vest over the top. It's not buttoned up all the way. He doesn't want to look stuffy or anything. But he's very, like, yeah, compared to probably most people who have been like walking to get into town today, like it's very clear, like he is not one of those people. He's wearing kind of like taller boots, like nice slacks. He's got a pack that he's kind of slung over just one shoulder, and he's holding like a long, like wooden staff. It's not, I don't want to say it's gnarled, but as it kind of like gets taller, it becomes more just kind of unruly, where the like sort of winding wood is like separating from each other a little bit. And he's just kind of like keeping an eye at things. As he gets closer, probably the most noticeable thing about it is that about him is that he has two different colored eyes.
Cute.
His left, so if you're looking at him, the right one, is like the, I don't know why I had to do that. It's like
It helps.
Yeah.
So he his left is like a golden, it's like a really light brown that just when the light hits it just looks like golden, and then his other eye is like a lovely little green color. He's got kind of like a smattering of freckles, and he has some earrings dangling from his earlobes, and he just is kind of looking around. I think he waves to one of the Dragonborn kind of in the corner, someone he probably came over with, and starts kind of picking around looking for his spot. If he has to like walk over like through anyone's space, very like polite, like, oh, I'm sorry, pardon me, you know, like very just not like formal, but very like well mannered. As he kind of picks his way around the room, finding his name on
Yeah,
his
give me
bed.
that perception check. Let's see how perceptive you are.
Huh, kind of scared. Okay. Let's see here. That is going to be an 11.
An 11. Yeah, it takes you a little while. You're kind of, picking your way around the room, trying to find the rest of the groups. You're pretty sure that everyone else from your group's already here, so you're not looking at some of the more empty spaces. But then you're like, oh, but maybe they just like stepped out, and so who knows? You get very distracted by the show of magic and like that whole energy that's happening over there, and it doesn't occur to you until like you were making a second pass back, but that empty cot that's like was getting like magic flower petals kind of rained over could possibly be your cot, and as you kind of like step around to the side, you see that it does have your full formal government first name of
Yeah.
Theodore on it. And the rest of you, as you know, Marigold's doing a little show of magic. Xanthi's bouncing around, very excited about this magic. Hayes is kind of just reserved in the corner, or not in the corner, but like reserved kind of on. We put Hayes in the corner.
Oh no.
No,
Time out from
reserved
the
kind of
iPad.
just like leaning against the wall or the cot, watching this these two very energetic individuals. Well, one energetic,
Have so
but
much in common.
that have a lot in common already. You see Teddy, this tall human, kind of look around and kind of focus on the name that's on the cot.
You must be my group. Hello, it's nice to meet you all.
Hi.
It says Theodore, call me Teddy, and he'll like reach out a hand to like shake around the,
Yep, there you go.
Handshakes.
You also receive an
Handshakes.
unnaturally cold and clammy handshake.
Love it.
Awesome. I'm trying to think how he would react. I feel like he's probably a little too like formal to like acknowledge it. Or, like, he's not
Yeah.
gonna react to it.
Man.
I heard you all just got in today too. How were your travels?
Uneventful, which is a good thing.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
It was really long. Really.
Yeah. Where are you all coming from?
Lumen, Marigold and I, we arrived together.
Mm-hmm.
Can ask where Xanthi's from, though. Where are you from?
I'm from Serenity's Roost. So.
Oh, wow. Very, very far away then.
Yeah.
Did they not let you ride griffins from there, or do they keep the griffins?
I rode on my brother's griffin, actually.
Your brother has a griffin?
Yeah.
Wow.
We rode to Comfort.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not the first time I've been on a griffin, but it's definitely the longest trip I've been on a griffin. So, yeah, it was good. Long. And then, we had to kind of take the long way back from Comfort, me and the other volunteers from there. So that was a while. But I've been here like a day or two. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's big out here.
It is.
Do you think we'll have time to explore the city before this, what's it called again, ceremony?
I
Or
The signing ceremony.
before the signing ceremony?
Sure.
If
mean,
I
don't
remember
see
right,
why
it's not until tomorrow. So if we wanted to head out this evening and get familiar with our home for the next little while, I'm sure that would be encouraged.
Right?
I, for one, would love to go exploring.
I think that's a great idea.
As you all kind of are chatting about exploring and going out, Teddy, you see that the Dragonborn that you had traveled with from Tratus, the group, like him and a kind of not shorter, but like a 5'7", so shorter than you, Earth Genasi, are chatting kind of like one or two of these groups over. And when you all are talking about going out and exploring, you see that the Earth Genasi kind of like is maybe eavesdropping, maybe not, but it's not exactly quiet in here. But also, you all are the closest group to him that are chatting, and you see that he kind of excuses himself or steps away from the Dragonborn, and the Earth Genasi approaches you all and is like, "Oh, hey, my name's Jaden. I wasn't eavesdropping, but I just overheard that you all were thinking about going out into the city, and I was actually going to go get dinner, and so like if we all want to tag along, my like Russell over there is going to go pray. He doesn't really want to go get anything to eat, and I don't know what the rest of my group's getting up to, so I was going to go by myself, but like so it was cool to meet newer recruits. So if you all don't mind. Oh, I'm Jaden. I don't know if I already introduced myself. Sorry. What are all your names?
Okay.
Teddy. No, go Brian. Jake.
Yeah. Yeah, he shakes everyone. You see that he's got like clay-colored skin, and his hair is like dusty, spiky gray. That definitely just like stays in the spikes. Like they are like the rocks of hair. He's wearing pretty nice armor, like purplish leather armor. And he has 2 war picks already on his back that he apparently didn't take off. He was just like, you could tell, unlike Xanthi's armor, like this armor has some wear on it, but not enough to make it like bad. It's like this armor was made for him. He's very comfortable in it, and he has used it before. And so you feel like he probably didn't even realize that he was like still fully in armor as he was just talking to people. It was like, yeah, sorry. I mean, I saw that you just stepped over here. Hetty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm gonna, I can just wait till y'all are ready to go. Sorry, I'm really hungry, but if y'all need to get settled, I'm like two of the groups over, so.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I don't have a whole lot that I need to unpack now, so I'm ready whenever the rest of you are.
Yeah, I've already unpacked. She kind of gestures to her fish.
What's your fish's name? I didn't realize you had a fish with you. He's gonna like kind of like crouch down and like
his name is Lotus. I've had him for 11 years now.
It's so cute.
It's a long-lived goldfish. You must take very, very good care of him.
I do look after him. He made the trip in my bag just fine.
Does he come everywhere with you?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I let him, like, just hang out with me, and she, like, gets, like, the water out of the, like, fish tank, and Lotus looks kind of used to it, and he just kind of, like, starts swimming through her hair.
Oh, cool.
I guess it would be nice to have him come to dinner with us.
Yeah.
Does he eat a lot?
Oh, no, actually.
Okay. Well, I mean, 11 years, I feel like you'd work up an appetite being alive that long, but...
Well, I mean, I don't think I've gotten hungrier that I'm older. I feel like I've been the same amount of hungry my whole life that I can remember.
Maybe it's just an Earth Genasi thing. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting hungrier every year.
Oh, maybe.
There's so many good foods here. We should definitely go find some place to eat.
We should get seafood.
Oh, yeah. I'm down.
Sure.
Hayes, are you planning on joining us out on the town?
Yeah, of course.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Just thinking, Would Lotus be okay with us getting seafood?
Oh, yeah, of course. Lotus
Okay.
also eats fish.
Carnivorous goldfish.
It's a fish world. Out here, dog.
Fishy fish world.
Love life.
Yeah. Well, cool.
I guess
If,
I've seen Stranger Things. So
you,
why
if
not?
you all are ready to go, well, if we want seafood, probably the best place is either maybe Upper Harbor. They have a lot of like shops and restaurants there. So plus, I don't know if any of you are new to town and you haven't seen that there's a nice like overlook that looks over the entire like harbor and bay. It's pretty cool. So, and it's about to be sunset, so that could be pretty cool for first night in Old Haven. I'm from here, so like I kind of forget the touristy things you should tell people about, but that's one that's kind of cool. And you see, he starts thinking about like, what are all the things in my hometown that I should tell people about, but are
Do you have
normal.
stores? Like
Oh,
shop books?
Sorry, what did you say? I didn't. You cut out.
Stores here, like
Bookstores. Oh yeah. I mean, I can read. I don't. So, like, I mean, I read like growing up and for school and stuff. I'm probably not the best, but yeah, I mean, we definitely have bookstores.
Okay.
Probably Center Market is there's every shop imaginable there. So,
Cool.
yeah, I mean, plenty of time to explore, but there's also in the Upper Harbor, there's a lot of like little random store, like boutique stores. Maybe there's one that sells books, probably some pretty expensive books. If it's in Upper Harbor, I'll be honest, it's probably more expensive books, but we could check.
Okay. Well, sure. Cool. This is so exciting, you guys. We're gonna go exploring. We're all together.
All right.
I think from his bag, Teddy's gonna pull out like a smaller, like a satchel kind of day bag kind of thing, and he's gonna load up, like his gold pouch, and maybe a couple other things from his bag before like gearing up, and he's ready to go whenever.
Yeah, is anyone changing anything out or grabbing anything else to take with them?
Maybe slipping off the chainmail, just being shirt and pant.
Okay, that's a choice. I'll say that's a choice, Morgan.
Is it?
Above table, that's a choice.
Okay, never mind then. I won't. You made it sound like it was fine.
It's never fine. You know better. It's an above table one. No. Okay, yeah. Teddy doesn't want anyone to know he's wearing a bulletproof vest.
No, it just doesn't go with his outfit.
That's fair.
You asked if we wanted to change. I
No,
thought
I asked if you wanted to grab anything or like change. I meant like change, like how if you might be like, I don't know if I need to carry my backpack with my traveling stuff in it, but where did Tate go? Hey, come back.
She said BRB in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Also, question: does the tablet have a camera feature?
Yeah, it does not.
No
Oh,
selfies?
God.
No group selfies?
I
No
know.
group
I'm like, it
selfies.
could be so cute. We could take selfies as we go. We could take a nice picture of the sunset.
I would
Would
say
be
it
really
has-
into those like 0.5 photos.
Has Days used a tablet much? They're not super common.
I know that
For
they're mom
individual
has one
use.
for work.
Yeah,
But
work
I
tablets
don't know
very
if it's ever
common.
come into the house. Unless it would have, for any reason. I don't know. I think that's a DM question. Like, would Hayes have ever had any reason to have used a tablet or have been on their mom's tablet for any
Probably
reason.
not using their moms, because again,
Or if there's any
work.
other ones, because I don't know. That's just the one I know of.
It's possible your family had one. Usually, it's like like a one per family. Maybe if you're like not like well off, just like average, able to afford, you could have one, which people use mostly because whenever a planar merge happens, you get the alert. So it's often just kind of kept around the family house and to kind of signify as an alert. Or if someone's going to be like, oh, I'm going a little farther out, like I need to be warned because there's not as many kind of warning signals. So I'd say it's possible. You definitely have seen them. You might have used one or like used one once or twice. But yeah, I'd say maybe Hayes isn't entirely familiar with all the features on.
I was gonna say, can I roll to see how tablet savvy I am?
Yeah, give me an Arcana roll. It is Magitech. There's no tech roll. There's no technology rolls in D&D.
Because my Arcana is a 0. This is not Pip. That is a 9.
Yeah, no, you're like, no, I know you can do like communicate. You can communicate with it, and you know that it will alert you all if there's a planar merge. But that's about all you know. So
cool.
But yeah, as you all gather your things, yeah, you'll figure it out. Are you taking it with you, or are you leaving?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Take your work phone.
Emergencies.
Yeah. So yeah, your small group departs. Very eclectic little group here. You have all your items with you. As you exit the volunteer schoolhouse, you see that there are lots of kind of individuals out around the lawn and the edge of kind of the park area. That's the lawn, which is just like a giant grassy space with a few trees, but mostly grass. Then it leads into what is more like a natural kind of park with paths and more foliage, so to speak. But yeah, it's a brisk spring evening, and a few of the trees have even started to bloom. It's really nice out. For those of you that are new to Old Haven, right, being on the coast, it's a little different than it's a little different than some of the other locations you've grown up in. Xanthi, definitely. The air is moist. It's not as dry. It's not humid.
Water in one place before in my life.
Yeah. So, following Jaden, you see that he kind of leads you through some of the narrow side streets and into what is the district of Upper Harbor proper. You see that he's obviously telling the truth that he grew up here, as he like winds his way through like various little alleys, a lot of stairs. That's another thing that for some of you, I actually think a lot of you, a lot of the places you're from are more flat, but Old Haven is pretty aggressively on like a hill that approaches up like basically onto a cliff. So half of this, like the city from one side to the other, the elevation changes pretty drastically. With the volunteer schoolhouse in the center, you're not doing any crazy climbs, but you're definitely winding through some very narrow little like steps. You see a lot of the buildings are this kind of dusty white with red clay tile roofs. And you can see that some of the like restaurants have their table and chairs like out basically in the little alleyways. So you're just like walking real close. You gotta like tuck like your hammer in, Hayes, as you walk by like some of these tables so you don't take out someone's dinner as with your war hammer. But
bring little apologies and excuse me.
Yeah. And but most of the people dining seem very like unfazed by this. This is just what it's like. As you keep climbing. You finally break out into a large square that kind of overlooks the harbor, and you can see now it looks out into the harbor area and even beyond. It is a mass amount of water, probably the most water that some of you have ever seen. It just keeps going. And you see that there are these two 15-foot tall pylons that kind of are sitting maybe 10 feet apart from each other in the center of this like overlook. And Jaden kind of just like walks towards there, like he wanted to show you all the overlook, and kind of leans on the railing, or so to speak, looking out into the bay. It's like, yeah, so this is probably one of the cooler places in the city. If you're fit, no one's like afraid of heights, right? Because it is pretty far down. I didn't think about that. Maybe just stay back if you don't like heights. But
I want to say, as soon as they could see the water, Marigold would have immediately started, like, she would have smiled and immediately started running towards it.
mm-hmm.
So probably beating the rest of the group to the overlook.
Nice.
Hazel approaches the railing, looks out onto the bay, thinking about how the biggest water they've seen since, or until now, is probably the deep. And this is
Mm-hmm.
very,
Very
big, very deep, very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xanthi's a little like slower to move up to it. Just kind of probably the slowest she's moved like since.
Whoa.
And it's just like, yeah, that's there's water. There's a lot of it. That's as cool.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me that insight check.
Oh, it's so weird being low level. 15.
15. Is Xanthi trying to hide? Like, are you trying to deceive anyone, or are you just
She's trying to play it cool.
trying to play it cool?
Like, yeah, like I guess.
Teddy, you can tell that Xanthi's trying to play it cool. You're not sure the aspect of why. Maybe it is heights, like Jaden mentioned. Maybe it's something else. You're not sure with the 15.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where is Teddy in relation to the overlook?
Yeah, I think
he doesn't even need to be that close. He can see from like 7 feet back.
God.
Yeah, the Pythagoras.
Yeah.
No, I think he's more than fine to get up to the overlook. I think he is enjoying like this kind of coastal breeze that's happening. I think like the sort of quality of air and the humidity is like familiar, because it's pretty like I would assume that Tratus has kind of similar but not as like coastal vibes as Old Haven. So I think it feels like pretty familiar. I think he's enjoying the breeze. But he's fine looking down at water. He just doesn't want to be in it. So
Yeah.
Weird here.
yeah.
Yeah, you see Jaden's like, well, yeah, I mean, there's a few places to get food right around here. I mean, there's stalls that aren't just seafood, but I mean, if we want seafood, I think there's like a stall that has pretty good like fish on a stick. So I don't know if that's what you meant by seafood,
That
or
sounds
like.
perfect.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Stick.
But as Jaden kind of turns to figure out where he knows it's somewhere around here, but he's like, where did they move that cart on the side of on the side of the square. Jeez. All right. You all kind of feel a rapid change in temperature. Not unfamiliar to things you all have experienced in the past. You hear the toll of the warning alarm before you begin to see its effects. Slowly, ash swirls into view as the sky around you is choked in this violent green fog. You see, as those of you looking out over the harbor, you see that it starts to turn like red, as if a giant monster was bleeding out from the depths of the water. You see, Jaden quickly reaches for his tablet. You hear yours go off at the same time, Hayes, that you're holding. And you see, as he holds it up to you, he just goes, the abyss. You see that there's a purple hologram symbol flashing on the screen. It kind of looks like two was it male symbols? There's like a circle, two little points, and a line down that's kind of a hologram purple. And you see those two pylons that were in the center of this square, kind of like arcane magic spark between them, and that similar hologram in purple kind of alight as a massive warning beacon. Not the most not the most warm welcome to this upper look. And as you all kind of get your bearing just to see exactly what's happening, you hear commotion off behind you as this like hideous bear-like creature kind of stumbles towards the square. Its body's covered in slimy green fur, and it's got a pink snout full of like crooked teeth and fangs. It's walking on its hind legs as it stumbles towards you, and it notices the group and immediately goes for you all. I need everyone to roll initiative. And I need to change this music because it is not the right music.
Oh my gosh, you guys got a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes. What is your... Let's see, we'll let everyone roll, and then we'll get the initiative order going.
Morgan, did you write down that 20?
I did.
Gonna make the crit counter. As soon
I
as
know,
it's
we're
Make
critting
it
left and
while
right over
they're
here.
being described
I'm
and
gonna do it
happening.
right now. I wasn't expecting so many off the bat.
No.
It's nice.
I almost got that 20. I got 14 plus 2. Nope, plus a 0. Sad.
Oh, rip.
Oh, no.
All right, so we'll
Not
say
next week.
Teddy's probably going first with that 20. What is
22.
22?
With modifier.
All right, 22 for Teddy. Let me move you all over to the correct page. There you are. You will probably have to refresh your screen, FYI.
Pew!
So, I'll move. If you go into characters, the second tab on the top, third tab on the top, you can just pull your character over.
Wow.
Did the Bardley music stop for everyone
Yeah,
else?
it stopped. I thought I hit play, but I did not.
Sorry, I got scared. You know, I've had issues with Bardley in
That's
the
fair.
past. So.
Wait, what do I do? To move my character over?
There he is.
You just drag from that characters section onto the
There she
the
is.
screen.
Okay.
Oh, this
there
is
we
the
go.
overlook here.
Yeah, there's the
on
overlook.
Side.
Why do
Yep,
I have
on the
control of Marigold?
Everyone
Why-
does,
why-
because Tate didn't join until right before, and so I wasn't able to.
Yay!
All
Don't touch
right.
my girl. Hands off.
right. I need to get Jaden in here.
Wait, is Marigold out there? I don't see her.
There either.
I don't see
I
her either.
can throw her on.
I can throw her on too. Wait, where's the
slay.
character tab?
It looks like a little
There
journal.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Does
changed
anybody
the
else
look
read
of
about
everything.
them?
Oh. Dastardly.
Let's get the initiative down, and then we could take a quick bathroom break.
Okay.
So, Teddy is a 22.
Yes.
Go around. Hayes,
14.
14. Nice in the middle. Xanthi, 17. All right, and Marigold.
Not that great. I'm doing too many things at once. 9.
9. All right.
I'm distracted around the ocean.
Yeah, you're so excited about the ocean that it takes you a second. All right, and let's see what Jaden gets. It's pretty good. Jaden has, let's see, 19.
I decided to just stay home and not go out.
You're like, actually,
Arnold from the
stay.
magic school bus.
What would have happened?
All right. So as I'll move the guy. I'll put him on the board, and then we will take a quick bathroom break. Cool. So yeah, as this kind of green fog rolls in, unnatural fog, you see kind of the blood bubbling up in the water of the bay, and you see one of these like bear pig creatures kind of just apparate and get its surroundings, and then see your group standing close and charge straight for you. That is what it is charging. Teddy, you're up first. What are you doing? As you, with your vantage point, you can see over the rest of the party. You can see this guy coming. He is. He's
like a head taller than at least everybody else in the party.
Yeah. He's tall.
From Xanthi, who is
You describe him like he's 8 feet tall.
He's
Basically.
6'2". You guys are like. If he's not careful, he'll step on you guys.
You can easily see over everyone else.
Yeah.
Question for you, Lucas, about how you run games. Moving through ally spaces, is that like half speed? You have to go around. How do you rule that generally?
I'd say you can move through, as like, especially in a large open area like this, like people have enough room to kind of like move to the side. If it was 2 people standing like, in an alleyway, then it'd be half.
Sure.
But here it's like it's enough space for people to squeeze to the edge of those 5 feet, your COVID distance. So yeah, you can move through Xanthi and Marigold.
Great. I think he's going to just kind of. Can you see it moving while I'm dragging him around?
No, not until you
okay.
place it. I don't think.
Great.
Yeah.
He's gonna just kind of slide up and through here a little bit. He is going to. He's got his quarterstaff, and I think he's gonna kind of like pass through. I think he's gonna kind of like flick his wrist so the staff does kind of like a little whoosh, like spin thing. And he's gonna bonus action cast Shillelagh.
Nice.
And so I think just this not like glowing green energy, but I think like moss starts to like come to life from between these like woven together pieces of wood, and like sprawling up as it kind of binds it like more firm and closer together. So if he makes any martial attacks, that will be up and going. And as his action, I'm gonna have him cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, which is what he gets for being born in the fall.
Oh yeah, get that fall features going.
Yeah. So I think that he is gonna kind of he's like flicked his. I almost said flucked, but I don't think that's a real word. He's gonna flick his staff and just kind of like into the ground. And I think this like small tremor is going to kind of approach towards this creature. It's not disrupting like the ground just yet, but as it gets closer, it starts kind of tearing up the ground maybe a little bit before trying to capture this creature in its, dare I say, earthen grasp.
Yeah. All right.
Good to see it.
Is that a save? Is that an attack roll?
Yes. So I would need a strength saving throw. I bet it's really strong, but hey, it doesn't hurt to try.
What? All right. A strength save. That is 12.
Okay, and I just want to make sure I understand, since this is part of the Earth thing, I'm using Constitution as the modifier. Do I also add proficiency to that, or is it just Constitution for the spell save?
It should be 8 plus your con plus proficiency.
Okay, so a 12
Yeah.
I think exactly meets it, so it does succeed.
Yeah.
I think it's still going to take half damage though, so let me
Cool.
roll that up real fast. Oh, actually, I think it's a save or suck kind of situation.
Mhm.
So, sorry, reading it really fast. Yeah, I don't think anything happens. I think he just kind of does that, and it looks
Okay.
cool.
Yeah,
but it's
so-
very easily. I'll let you describe it.
Yeah, so Teddy, you have this small tremor go, and it like comes up around the creature's foot, and the creature kind of just like shifts to the side and manages to break free of the earthen grasp that you tried, and now is smart enough. No, it's not. It's not smart enough to know it came from you, but the direction is that way. So
Yeah.
it's coming that way. Anything else for you, Teddy?
I don't
That was
think
your
so.
action,
I used my
bonus
bonus
action,
action. I don't
movement.
think he's gonna move back behind you guys. You're all small.
I will also say the kind of purple thing to the side. You can move through that. It is a hologram. It will not injure you. So if people need to, they can. All right, that's Teddy's turn. Up next with my nat 20 I rolled for this creature for my initiative. It is going to move right up to Teddy. And it is going to, let's see. Yeah, it's going to, as you see this creature move up to you, it kind of shakes its body, and like these little particles come out, and it is going to basically have a disgusting cloud of gas come out from disgusting particles come out from this creature. A
Ew.
10-foot radius extends out. So let me get, I believe Teddy is the only one in, but it might actually get a lot Haze as well. So let me do the radius. 10 foot.
I'm so goofy. I have a combat cheat sheet that's not even up. I'm just raw dogging this on my character sheet.
Combat.
Fours. That is Teddy and Haze. I need.
Great.
Actually, I don't need anything from you just yet. But that is what this creature does. Is it kind of like runs up, and then it is going to make a bite attack at Teddy. Better end him. Better end him, Teddy.
I'll get him
Taking
right
your
here right
stuff.
now.
Jacking your style, stealing your
Yeah.
brand.
All right, first attack. That is a 14 as he
That
bites.
does not hit.
Hell yeah.
Get dunked on, particle
Second
man.
attack with claws. Even worse. So Teddy, as he runs up, you're able to like take your staff and like shove it in his mouth as he tries to bite down, and kind of throw him to the side as he makes a claw. You kind of parry it as well, but you are not enjoying the disgusting gas that is here. Annoyingly, I need to very quickly show this circle, so let me draw that out real quick because it stays. So
Oh.
And why are circles hard? How
oval.
do I do
So
this?
close.
Hold on, I got it, guys.
I knew you don't know colors, but I didn't know of shapes as well.
Shapes are really hard. Okay. I don't want it to be.
Oh wait,
I
it's
want it to
10
be
feet.
transparent. Yeah. There we go. All right, we did it. Thank you.
The little one off to the side.
Oh, sorry, that was me. I was trying to figure out in case I ever need to know how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't use Roll20 usually, so it's a learning experience.
So yeah, as Hayes and Teddy, you're kind of in this disgusting creature's stench, if you will. That's all for his turn. It is now Jaden's turn. Jaden is going to see this creature. You see, like, he pulls the two war picks off his back and runs up, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can just runs into the disgusting cloud. No hesitation. You all see as he runs up, he looks well trained in whatever combat he's ready to fight. And Teddy, you see he looks ecstatic to be able to fight right now. Like he's like, hell yeah. He actually, yeah, he's like sees you on the side. He's like, hey, good effort. And then he goes and he makes a war pick attack. I keep wanting to say Warhammer because war pick attack against the creature.
Teddy's gonna say, "What do you mean, good effort? It hasn't got me yet."
That is a 17. That hits. It's going to do your pick D8. That's 8 points, 10 points of damage. As you see, as this creature's like, you're basically like, fighting off, and he just comes up with the war pick, like flips it around to the pick side, and like digs the pick right into the spine of this creature.
Nasty.
Yeah, it was a solid hit. That was a 7 on a D8. So, as Jaden kind of like steps back, you see he's definitely a like an agile fighter. He's kind of doing like the boxery like bounce, yeah, getting ready. That's Jaden's turn. As you all are focusing the those who haven't gone yet, you see. Hold on. You see that I don't know how to do what I'm doing. I don't know how to use
You're doing great, sweet.
You see that from. Why can't I move this? Help. Okay. There we are. You see that. You see and hear. This would probably hear for most of you, but Xanthi and Marigold, you see that another one of these creatures is kind of like landed down the alley, like one of the alleyways that you've come through, and is starting to like rampage and try to swipe at people that are now like fleeing, citizens that were having a good dinner. It's been exactly 6 seconds since this happened. It actually hasn't even been 6 seconds yet, so they're quick on their feet, But no, as people are trying to flee, you see that this creature is starting to go after some of the people that are out trying to have dinner on a nice spring day. And so he used his movement to get there. Probably, let's see. Move up to there. Yeah, so you all see him start to come into view. That's all this creature can do for its turn. That means Xanthi up, Hayes on deck.
Bet.
Okay. How many feet is this the guy up in the alley like away from us?
So if you look on the right where it says measure, you can click and drag and you can see like how far away things are. You can also count each of these squares as 5 feet. So when it says you can move 30 feet, you can move 6 squares. So you can easily get there.
Okay.
Or if you have a spell, because I would say that dragging tool is more useful for like spells, because when you move your characters, obviously you have to like move them over one, up one. It takes more than just the Pythagorean fucking hypotenuse. Meg's favorite.
So okay. I will look to. Does the one that they're fighting down here? How's he looking? The little
definitely bloodied, aka half or less health. Jaden got a good fucking hit in on there, and the fact that Teddy got no hits on himself, it means the party's looking in decent shape for having a monster have a nat 20 on initiative.
And the one up in the alley, you said he's just kind of like attacking random people?
Or he's like trying to, swipe at people as they're running by. Definitely causing chaos.
Then I will look to that one, and I'm going to cast. I will cast guiding before the end of your next turn. Yeah, okay. I'll do guiding bolt on the guy in the alley.
Okay. Is that a save from me or an attack roll for you?
That is a ranged spell attack.
Sweet. Roll that d20.
Okay. Okay. Well, that is an 11, but I add my wisdom. Yes.
It should say on your sheet next to the spell what you add.
Okay.
It should give you like a plus.
So, 17.
17 hits.
Oh,
yep.
Nice. So that's 4d6 radiant damage.
Hell yeah.
Four. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 damage. Yeah. What does your magic look like? Like color or vibes as you cast this spell?
I think her magic is what she based her outfit colors off of.
Yes. She's like, wow, I'm gonna match.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I guess this is the theme. I guess this is the thing. So it's like kind of blue and purple, like iridescent sparkles in kind of like a white kind of base.
Nice. Yeah, you see this beam of light smack into the creature. As Marigold and Hayes, you look over and see now that there's 2, but maybe not for long. As 13 damage, it looks very hurt. You hear a very loud screech from the creature as you take away a lot of its hit points. Anything else from you, Xanthi? That was just your action. You still might have bonus action or movement.
Oh, sorry, I should look at my actual sheet, not my spell cards, because that tells me what I actually can do for bonus.
I know what bonus action you have because I have the same one. So I can give you a little hint if you want.
What is my bonus action, Morgan?
Misty Step.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna do that.
Just Misty steps out into the middle of the water. It's like, bye.
Good luck. I did my part. I think, yeah, you know what? I think she's going to, like, literally just take a couple steps forward so she makes sure it sees her.
Yeah. All right. Drawing the fire. Awesome. Yeah. Sweet. All right. Anything else, Santi?
No.
Cool. All right. With that, Hayes, you're up. Marigold, you're on
Let's
deck.
go. Yeah. As soon as this one comes, hearing randos trying to get away, probably screaming. I don't know. I would.
Yep.
Hearing the commotion coming from the alley.
Actually, before you do anything, sorry, you are starting your turn in that crowd. I need a Constitution saving throw.
That's incredible. I love that for me. Let's see, what's my con?
Oh, whoops.
It's a +1, so that's a 15.
You're fine. You're able to withstand the stench and prepare for your next moves.
Bet. All right. Okay, yeah. Then I'm gonna. What is this? No, I don't want that. Yeah. 5, 10, 15. Gonna move. No, that's not. I want my. This is what I want. 25 feet movement, and then hammer. Gonna hammer him and bash him in.
Hammer time? Yeah.
Time.
Go ahead, give me that attack roll.
Okay. It is proficiency bonus plus strength bonus, right?
It should be on your sheet.
Oh, yeah, because it's in actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it is that. So then I don't know why I'm looking, because that's only an 11.
You run up with your warhammer and go to attack, and you see that the creature just kind of like stumbles to the side, and it glances off just barely. Doesn't seem to do any damage.
Great. I don't want to use my bonus action because I want to be here. So, unless... No, I'm good. Or...
Yeah.
Good, yeah. Because I'm like, I could Misty Step to the other side of him so that same thing could come get flanking, but it's fine. It'll be fine. She has enough room.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, she can squeeze around the building.
And that's it, I guess.
Cool. All right, Hayes, you ran up, did a big old swing, but it just barely missed.
Oh, just barely. Dang, that sucks.
Marigold, you're up. As you have kind of two options, although Hayes is standing directly in front of one of them. So
I have a plan. So I'm gonna move here. Let me just make sure that is where I want to be. Yes. And then Marigold is gonna cast Sleep on. We'll see if we can get both of them.
Nice. Is that do I save or?
No, I have to roll a certain amount of hit points.
Hit points. Okay.
Doing that right now. So I have, let's see, 24 hit points, and it starts with the creature who has the least of their hit points first.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Both of them drop. Hayes, you run up and you see that you miss with the hammer, but then Marigold, what does this look like as you cast the sleep spell?
Yeah.
You just whisper, "Go sleep."
I think Marigold kind of like sings the whatever like the magic words are for the spell, and it's like
You're
a very
jiggling, puffing them.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. So it's like this very like eerie but beautiful kind of like melody that she sings, and she like holds her arcane focus, which is this like black pearl that she's holding, and she like kind of like holds her hand out, and the air the area around them like grows dark, and then they both drop and fall asleep.
Sweet. Let's see. What little icon do we want to be the sleep emoji? This kind of looks like a snoozing. So we'll use that. Yeah, so you drop both of these creatures. Are you doing anything else?
Being cool.
Yeah. All right. As you drop both of the creatures, you all kind of try, like, go to gather your breath for a second, but here on kind of the far side, on the other side of this building, more screaming as well. And you know that also, if these creatures are asleep but then wake up, they will still keep causing havoc. So there's some choices to be made, as the one on the far side is basically going to spend its action rampaging around here and like swiping and trying to make bite attacks. You see that he like makes a pretty gnarly bite attack, or you don't see, but you hear someone scream out in pain as some gnarly bite or swipe was made. All right, with that, we're back at the top of the round. Teddy, what are you doing with this? You see that the creature like just dropped in front of you and is snoring so loud. The grossest, wettest snore you've ever heard. But I need that Constitution saving throw as you start in this
just about to ask
grossness.
about particles.
Yes, the particles are not
Another
related.
natural 20. I kid
Holy
you not.
shit!
I can show you.
Look at that guy.
Get him.
We love it. We love it.
Wow, I don't think I've ever rolled this well in my whole entire life. Okay, great. Yeah, so I think he's gonna, still kind of like, I imagine it's just kind of gone limp as he's kind of like holding it back, and he's just gonna kind of like, you know, kind of push it off to the side a little bit to let it just
Into the water.
Yeah.
He's gonna call out to Marigold and say, how long will they be sleeping for? That was you?
I think for a minute. I don't know, I've never done this in this context before.
Sure. Gosh. Things change and I am afraid. Okay. Looking at what I can do, it feels bad to just like clobber it while it's out.
Do it.
Get it.
It's a bad guy.
He might have a moral problem with that.
I thought you were gonna say mom. He might have a mom.
You might have a mom.
He
On
could be
Mother's
just
Day.
trying to bring some bacon home for the family.
Got it. It's kinder. You won't see the death blow coming.
Are we the bad guys?
He might leave that for Jaden, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Question about kind of the terrain. Is there like a door or anything that would like lead through this building, or would he need to go around it?
I would say there is a door. Let's see.
Big brain.
Yeah, if 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So basically if you enter and then exit, this would take an action to go through the building. As
I'm
well.
on the table
So
on the roof.
you could get up on the roof if you so chose.
I don't have anything that's like
Pole
super
vault.
ranged prepped right now. Let me read some stuff here. Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm strategizing. I tend to get really stressed out in combat, so I'm trying to be like super chill about everything. Okay. Oh, brilliant. Okay. So, and it would, why is it sticking around? I don't want that. Get out of here. Okay. So I could get the 60 feet to like get there. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Teddy cast, I don't know if it actually makes a lot of sense to do that. Oh, sorry. Let's have him... Okay. Yes. Great. He is going to just go through the building. I think rather... well, okay. Where did my tab go? Yeah, I think he's gonna go through and just run through the building, using his action to dash. If he gets to, like, here, is there, like, a door, a window he can see out? Like, is it, like... Are people running away? Are there any people that are, like, immediately in danger? That's, like, the big thing is he doesn't want to, like, jump in if he doesn't need to before he's ready to, like, attack.
So as you kind of run through essentially this, like, restaurant main, like, dining area, but also where, like, the servers come out with food, I need you to give me an acrobatics check as you're kind of, like, jumping over, like, barrels of just, like, food that they've, like, stacked in the hallway. It's more like a service door.
Sure.
It's not like the main door. So you, like, duck under, you know, some low-hanging things on the wall.
That's only an 8.
An 8. So yeah, like, Teddy, you push through this front door, and, like, you immediately trip over, like, someone left, like, a tray of, like, bust dishes. Just they dropped it and fled, and you, like, immediately each hit over this tray. But get back up. Yeah, manage to stumble through, get to the end of the hallway, and you look out and see that there's a guy on the ground that had been, it looks like his shoulder had been bit, and he's bleeding quite badly. So.
Okay. Then as a bonus action, I would like to cast... I'm going to have him just run all the way out there. I think he knows that it's maybe going to puff up more particles, but he's trying to not let this guy die. So I think he's going to bonus action cast Healing Word on this guy. Do you want me to actually roll for it, or is this kind of like an abstract he's been bitten kind of thing?
I'd say that's whatever your healing amount probably was, like, all of his hit points. Like, he was almost dead, because he's a civilian. And even level 1 adventurers have a little bit more hit points. So yeah, I'd say you're able to heal him. What does it look like as you cast your Healing Word?
That's a wonderful question. I think as he kind of runs out, he's gonna just kind of, like, briefly... I know that he doesn't have to, like, touch, it can be ranged, but I think he's gonna, like, gently kind of, like, not, like, bonk him on the head, but gently, like, touch his staff sort of in his direction. And I think that he has his own particles. So there...
Particle war.
Particle fight. There's kind of this, like, puff of small spores that kind of are attracted to this, like, wound in his shoulder, and they kind of, like, attach to it and start, like, slowly, like, growing a second skin over, like, where this wound is. He's just gonna say, we've got it from here, go ahead, and kind of, like, go, you know, like, telling this guy to just skedaddle and get out of here.
Absolutely.
That'll
I'd
be
say,
it for his turn.
yeah, he is a non-combative. He's not in the initiative order, and he's also far enough away that there's no attack of opportunity. So he kind of, like, grabs his shoulder. He's like, "Thank you." He looks like he wants to be like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "I don't care." He's just going. He's like, "Bad day. He was just out for dinner. You know, it was his anniversary."
Oh no!
Dying and dead, you know. Just woof.
Yeah. Take a new meaning to dine and dash, huh?
Yeah. Right.
So, very nice, Teddy. You are saving the day, but you are now all by yourself, quite a ways away from your party.
I'm sure there will be no consequences to that.
With that, it is now the sleeping one's turn. There's no save, right? They're just asleep. Cool.
Yep, they're asleep until the spell ends, someone attacks them, or they get woken up.
Cool. So, Jaden's gonna kind of see the one sleeping and look up at Marigold and be like, "I don't want to undo your hard work, but, like," and he holds up the war pick.
I mean, it's fine. It wasn't that difficult. So
It was real cool. And smack, he brings it down. I do believe this is at advantage, right? Because they're technically
Prone.
considered. Well, they're considered like restraint or like one of those things.
I feel like
Unconscious
I feel like
is a
unconscious,
thing. Yeah, and that you get. Let's see. Attack rolls have advantage. All right, and any attack is a crit. So,
Slay.
let's do this. As Jaden, yeah. With that crit, let's see. I don't think it's even possible to fucking not kill it. Yeah. Damn, another 7 on D8. You see that as Jaden just holds it up, kind of does a twirl with the war pick, and in a move that's definitely not how war picks are supposed to be used. He like flips it so the war pick's just down and just like almost like stabs it straight through the like spine shoulder area of the creature. And shakes a bit of the grossness off. Oh, I did not. Let me see if I fail this. As he is starting in here. He's okay though. He's a beefy boy. All right. With that, it is now this creature dead, one down. It is now the other one that's asleep. Can't do anything, which makes it Xanthi's turn. Xanthi, you see that the one near Jaden has just been killed, and the one in front of Hayes is dropped. You saw Teddy kind of sprint through into the building. You're not sure if he made it out the other side, honestly. But
you hear a crash of like dishes.
Yeah, you definitely hear a crash. And would Teddy curse, or what would Teddy say as he trips over a bunch of dishes and eats shit?
I think he'd probably like call into one of the rooms. I'm so sorry. There's an emergency. Just to like whoever was bussing, even if they're not actually there, is like, all this hard work, I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, so Xanthi, what are you doing? Hayes, you're on deck.
So this one, the one by Hayes is still asleep.
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to sprint by or run by. And as I'm passing Hayes, I'm gonna be like, "You got this one, right?" And give like a thumbs up. Not wait for an answer. 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I am going to... That's right? Each square is 5.
Yep.
Okay.
You're good.
And then I am going to bonus action Misty Step.
All right.
Which... That one is, move 30 feet into unoccupied space I can see. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
So I can grasp what's going on here. Okay,
Yeah.
Nobody's dead. Okay, cool. And then I will, let's see, so that's movement, bonus action, can take an action. So I will, I'll look at Teddy and just kind of like give a little salute, and I will, and I will cast Toll the Dead.
All right.
Which is
So this creature's uninjured. So does that change the damage amount?
Yeah.
But you got to hit or you got to roll to hit, right? Or do I roll to save? Which one is it?
You know what? I'll do Firebolt instead.
Firebolt, sure.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's 1d10. So,
Roll the hit.
right, yes. D20 away. No, another 11. Okay, but I add my spell thing to that.
Yep.
Sorry, I will get it eventually.
No, you're good.
So a 17.
Yeah, 17 hits.
And a D10 is this guy? Nope, that's not the guy. There. No, that's a D12. There's a D10. Okay. Oh, 4.
Okay, yeah, 4 points is this firebolt. Teddy, you feel like fire come over your shoulder as you see it crash into this creature, doing 4 points of damage.
4 points.
Let's see. And this is yeah. And so with that, anything else from you, Xanthi? I think that was you used your full
Yeah.
everything up in there. All right. It is as you all are fighting, Xanthi, you hear a commotion behind you as another one of these creatures kind of comes down towards what is starting to be like your little group is creating most of the commotion. Now a lot of people have either like fled into shops and like pulled the door shut or just completely fled the area, and you all are the ones that are here now, so drawing the attention. But that is nothing on its turn. It's just entered a new bombshell has entered the arena. With that, it is Hayes' turn.
Great.
Marigold, you're on deck.
Yeah. Hear and see Hayes go by. Not a word, but yeah. Give a little like confused thumbs up in return, and then State Fair style, bring the hammer down onto the sleeping guy because he's making a mess, and I don't like that, and I don't care if he's sleeping, and I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. All
Plus
right.
L plus ratio.
Yeah. Roll at advantage.
Those are both 12s.
Whoa!
I know.
All right. Well,
But that's a
middle
plus 4,
ground.
which is 16.
Yeah, that hits. And that's a crit, so you double the die on whatever your
Great.
roll is.
Yeah. Incredible. Let's go. What is 1d? Wait. So the one in the parentheses, the bigger one, is the like the two-handed one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the one that I'm doing because I did say State Fair style, which implies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
D10. That's a 10 plus 2. So 20
Yeah, that's
plus 2?
24 points of damage.
Oh,
You
24.
obliterate his skull. Gone.
Great, love that.
Absolutely.
Kill count.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Great.
And then going to 15, 20, 25. Move here. See this happening. 5, 10, 15. The bonus action Misty Step 20 feet up here. So that's
Right.
action, bonus action movement.
Yeah. Sweet.
I think that's it.
Teddy, we're busy kind of healing the guy, but you hear a lot of magic happening behind you as two people bamf in. You don't see the Misty Step because it is behind you, but you hear Marigold. You got a great vantage point of some of the magic skills of the rest of your party, which it looks like every single person can do a little bit of something magical as both Xanthi and Hayes kind of apparate and bamf forward. And now Jaden's just like standing there like, fuck, I should have got out. I didn't move him out of the fucking fog cloud. But he's just like, damn. He was just like watching as you all just
Still
like,
there even though the guy's dead?
Yeah, I forgot to move. So I'm saying it is still there. It's not related to the creature never moved again because you just knocked it the fuck out, but it actually just lingers not connected to the creature, which is why I had to draw the fucking thing.
Interesting. How does it go away?
It's there for a minute. So
Great.
yeah. So with that, Marigold, as you see all these things happening, what are you doing?
I'm gonna use my action to dash because there's not really
there's nothing going on over here.
Not much I can do. So I feel like wait, let me just check with the measuring how far I can get. Okay, so I can definitely get here. Shoot, and I see two people.
You step out and you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay here for now, and then because of combat turns. By the time it's my turn again, then I'll know who I should hit. But yeah.
Who needs the assist?
Stay out of the way for now.
All right. So with that, that's everything for you, Marigold?
Yeah, I don't have any bonus action stuff.
All right. I do believe it is this one. Yes. Is going to, again, Teddy, you see again this shake and the particles come off this one. But nothing needed from you yet. However, is that? Nope, that's wrong. We'll get there. Hold on. How do circles work?
You draw a detailed portrait of a man. And some of it.
Erase it. Yeah. Okay. That's 10 feet. Yep. Teddy, you're solidly in it again.
Yay!
As that happens, this creature is going to make a bite and claw attack against you, Teddy. The first bite, that is going to be probably a miss, like a 12.
Yeah, that does not hit.
All right. The claw attack, even worse. Again, you just able to parry and sidestep any bite attacks from this creature.
Can I say as like a flavor? When he was running through the kitchen, he like slammed into some like tomato soup. So he looks terrible, but it's all just like soup. He hasn't. He's fine, but he looks like.
He ruined his shirt. Yeah, his white dress shirt like covered in tomato soup. Yeah. Looks like he's bleeding out, but he's actually. Completely
breath away from death.
Yeah. Well, great. With that, Teddy, I need your Constitution saving throw as you are coughing, breathing in these fumes.
Please, no scores except for my own. Constitution. It's gonna be 7.
So, you kind of inhale these particles, and as you do, you're not feeling so good. You are considered poisoned, and you can take either an action or a bonus action, not both, and you have no reactions.
Understood.
Rough.
Should I give him a little thing? Well, it looks poisony.
I think there's one that's like let's see.
That looks pretty poisony to me.
That's pretty poisony, yeah. I like it.
Also looks very dead at the same time.
Oh, you're right. I don't want people to.
Is there like a biohazard
that.
one or anything?
There should be.
Let's see.
Like, I'm not trying to like.
What if there's like a no?
No,
I'm not trying to drive this
right.
boat. Okay.
There's like a little potion. Oh, the no. I like the no.
Yeah, the no. So no for many things. Yeah, perfect. You're poisoned. All right,
Yay.
Teddy. As you kind of feel just a bit like foggy and sluggish breathing in CO2, CO2 poisoning happening. What's Teddy doing?
Okay, I'm looking up the poisoned condition really fast just to make sure. I think like stuff is at disadvantage or whatever, so I gotta make sure that I know what's up. Condition 5E. Okay, thank you. Poison.
I think it's ability checks. So
attack rolls and ability checks is what it says. So, I don't think he knows though. So what I think he is going to do is he is going to try and take a swing. Am I taking any damage or is it just the poison?
It's just those effects, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's still gonna try and hit it. He's gonna swing his little thing. I don't think he's realized what's going on just yet, so. Natural 1.
All right, well, this is now time for what you all are going to learn is that there are positive and negative effects for each weather. And for the Abyss, on a natural 1, Teddy, you are trying to fight this creature, and you just get racked with what is like the worst kind of panic attack, maybe. Like, you think that whatever's going to go wrong could go wrong. Nothing will ever go your way. You take 2d6 psychic damage. You will roll for yourself. That is the fun psychic self.
Do I share what I roll with y'all? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I rolled a 4 and a 2 for 6.
6 damage. So yeah, Teddy, you are just overcome with you're not sure what's going on either. Teddy doesn't know it's related to the planes, but you are shaken for sure and kind of grab your head, and now you are poisoned. And like you know how you were joking about that tomato soup and looking real bad? Now Xanthi sees you covered in what looks like blood, like grabbing your head, like stumbling back, as you just absolutely like missed this attack so aggressively on this creature. So yeah, that's what's going on there.
Oh, would you like me to do this stuff in? I forgot that. Sorry.
So if you just click, there you go. Teddy's looking hurt, not good. Bloodied, if one would like. Anything else from you, Teddy, as you are doing poorly?
Gosh, I think it would be smart to move, but I'm also scared of an opportunity attack, so I think he's gonna just kind of stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it took 3 rounds for anyone to take damage, so we're doing great, gang.
And Teddy took damage to himself. Teddy did it to himself.
Self-inflicted. Jeez Louise. I actually, if it's we're good. Done.
All right.
Moving on.
With that, Jaden needs to roll because he just stood there.
Get out of there, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's fine. He's like, he sees everyone take off, hears the commotion, and is going to try to do a similar thing that Teddy did. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Careful, there's soup on the floor.
40, 45. There's soup. I'm gonna roll let's see. He does probably have pretty decent acrobatics. He's a little dexy guy. But let's see. Yeah, that's like a 12. Yeah. He's able to he like slides a little bit as he goes through the first door. So it doesn't fall. He's able to like hook one of his war picks and kind of like throw himself back forward as he continues running. I did not count how far. I think that I was here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 45. I got 15 more. 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, I can't get on the other side. But so Jaden's gonna run up, see Teddy, and as he runs by, Teddy's like, "Hey, Teddy, you all right?" and loops around back to allow for flanking, which, Xanthi, it is now your turn. So flanking is when you are directly, like, you and an ally are directly opposite each other. You get advantage on attack rolls. So if you were to move down 2, you would have advantage on any rolls.
Gotcha.
But you would enter the spores.
I did do some damage to this guy, right? It was like 4.
You did.
So he's at least missing a hit point. Okay.
Missing some hit points, yeah. And you see Teddy is also missing some hit points as he's looking not great there.
Looking great, huh? Okay. So I will go ahead and Toll the Dead on this guy down here now that he is injured a little.
Okay.
Well, okay, question. Can I cast a spell from close range?
If it's a ranged spell, it'll be at disadvantage, just if it was a ranged. If it's a ranged spell that you make an attack roll on, it'll be at disadvantage, just like it would be if it was like a crossbow. But if it's, which most spells are ranged, but if it's like for some reason a melee spell, like Shocking Grasp, that's one that's like close up. So.
Okay. So like this one, it just says you point at one creature within. This is a saving throw thing.
Okay, then yeah, you can be as close as you want if it's a saving throw. But then you don't get the advantage of flanking.
But like my other people would. Okay. I feel like it's maybe not the smartest thing, but I think it's probably what she would do. Mm-hmm. So she's just gonna full on come right into the cloud.
All right, yep.
To give her allies advantage. She is going to reach over and bonus action Healing Word Teddy, which is 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier. So that's a 1, but you can get 5.
Wow.
Hit points.
Thank you.
5 whopping hit points back to you.
I'm almost like all the way better, so thank you.
I mean, at level 1, 5 is a lot.
Yeah.
Like at close range, she sees that part of what she thought was all blood was like ketchup. So she's like
a little chunk of tomato.
Yeah. But and then with the other hand, she is like pointing at the guy, like she's gonna like poke him. But like essentially poke him, and she's gonna do Toll the Dead then, and it's a Wisdom saving throw.
Slap him in the face.
That's a 2. I failed.
Ooh.
For sure.
Ooh, that's a D12 of necrotic damage then.
Hell yeah.
That's this one. Oh. That's a 6.
6. Nice. Yeah. He's still up. He's looking almost bloodied, but he's there. And anything else from you, Xanthi?
Nope. That's it. Action, bonus action. Yeah.
Cool. All right. With that, the one that is above Haze is going to again release these particles as it kind of like roars and like spit comes out of its mouth. Real good time there. That should work. And is going to make a bite and claw attack at you, Haze. Yeah. So first one, bite attack. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
It does not hit. If I had
okay, yeah.
It does hit.
So that is the bite attack. and then the claw attack will miss with a 3. But for that bite attack, let's see here. That is 4 points of damage as you feel it kind of like go low and like bite into the side of your abdomen, and you feel it crush into your chainmail.
Mhm. Not enough. Come on.
All right.
Yeah. That's
So
it.
that's everything for this creature's turn. With that, it is now your turn, Hayes. Marigold on deck.
All right, it's updating my hit points. All right, yeah, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay right here, so I'm going to do a hammer attack. I got one
All right.
look.
Also, do you have your shield out or no? Because if you were making a two-handed attack with your hammer, you cannot have your shield up.
Yeah, no.
So make sure your AC is low.
Okay.
Lowered.
Yeah, but we do that. Because I thought about that. I was like, no, I wouldn't have my shield out. So I guess that also makes sense for my AC. No, it is lower. So
Yep. Cool.
but I'm still okay. I'm still alright.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right.
Put that in.
Make that attack.
That's a 13 plus 4 is 17.
17 hits. Yeah.
Yes. Alrighty. And then 10 is a 10 plus 2 is 12.
Damn. 12. Yeah, you absolutely like you feel a bite and then you like put your hand and just like baseball swing straight into this creature.
Yes.
Right into its ribs. You all are having a little like contest to see who can fuck each other's ribs up more apparently.
Yeah, I don't
anything
always
else?
hit, but whenever I do, it's max damage.
Anything else from you, Hayes?
I think that's all I can do, right? That's my action. I don't have another bonus action, and I don't want to go anywhere.
Cool.
All eyes on me. All eyes on this guy.
Yep.
So.
All right. With that, Marigold, you're up.
How does the one next to Hayes look right now?
Fucked. Yeah, definitely bloody.
Definitely bloodied? Okay. Yeah. Then Marigold will just stay where she is, and cast Chill Touch.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Is that a save or?
No, it's an attack.
All right.
Okay, that's good. 19.
19? So, a 19 on the die or a 19 in total?
19 in total.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Sweet. Let me roll the damage. No! I got a 1!
Oh.
No! Cruel and unusual.
1 necrotic.
Yeah, and like this inky tendril like emerges from the shadow of the building nearby and like wraps around his leg and like pulls energy, I guess, out of him. That's 1 point of necrotic damage.
Absolutely. Hayes, you see this
it's a really
like
small tendril.
You see this like sneaky tendril just like out from a shadow and wrap around the leg. You're not sure what that is.
Expensive until it like wraps around this guy and I'm like, oh, that must be. I have a guess. Good. Probably. I could probably guess who it was.
Which one of these magics relates to
definitely
which
Xanthi.
Yeah.
Totally sparkles over there.
I definitely missed the giant rainbows.
Yeah. All right, Marigold, are you moving or is that it?
No, I'm gonna stay here. I feel like I can be helpful from where I am. And those people down there, they got it. There are 3 of them. They'll be fine.
Yeah. With that, it is now the creature's turn that is. Yeah, go.
I didn't make my con save. I started my turn.
Oh yeah, make the con save.
It's a 13 total.
You're fine.
Okay.
So the creature down here, the Dretch, that's what they're called, is going to make. Let's see. Xanthi did just point at it, so I think he's going to make a bite roll at Xanthi. Bite attack at Xanthi.
Good.
You now learn the positive effects. crits on 19.
I had a feeling whenever you were like, so, wait.
Yeah.
I'm something's up with that 19.
Yeah. So as you see this creature bites into you,
Jesus.
that's 6 on the die. That's 12 points of damage. As this creature goes straight for your throat, and I believe that might drop Xanthi.
Yeah, I have 11 hit points, so I'm down.
Oh my
And
god.
Xanthi is down. Teddy, you look over and you see Xanthi just crumple as this creature bites into her.
Our healer.
Wow, I get to add a death and saves and downs table already to the crit counter.
You're not dead, but you are making death saves, yes. Which you have nearly a full or half turn till then, so with that
what about starting her turn down in the circle? Is that automatic?
Yes, it is an automatic fail.
Oh my god.
But
out of there.
it doesn't do damage, but it does give you disadvantage on ability checks, but not saves. So you're still fine for death saves. So yeah.
We do have potions.
Yeah, just splash it. But with that, the Dretch is then going to make a swipe attack at the other person who has. Actually, the only person who did damage to it was Xanthi. It got you back. But he's going to make an attack at Teddy as a swipe with a claw. That's an @1. Okay. So let me roll my 2d6. Yeah. 2 5s on the die. The creature takes itself out.
That's really funny.
So yeah, you see Teddy as it goes to like swipe at you. You see like for a moment you two share a connection. You see like something in this creature's eyes, and it absolutely like loses it and basically just has like a brain aneurysm and just dies straight up. Wow. All right.
Oh my god.
What a wild wild turn that has happened.
Xanthias and dies.
All right. Well, top of the round, Teddy. You see this Xanthi drop, this creature drop, like all around you.
I don't have to check because I'm already in the circle and already failed. Is that correct?
Yeah, you're still poisoned, so you only have an action or a bonus action.
Great. If I wanted to like drag Xanthi out of the spore field, would that be action, movement halved, or what? How do you want to rule that?
It'd be half movement. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say Xanthi's got scale mail on. But I think Teddy's reasonably strong. So.
Yeah, he has big strongs. He is.
Yeah.
He's got a 16 strength. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and pull Xanthi out of here. I can't move her.
Oh, yeah.
You want to move
There
her,
you go.
Sarah?
There you go.
Gotcha.
And then I'll use my last spell slot to cast Healing Word again. Since you helped me out, I'll hey, wait. Yeah, I'll do that back to you. So let me roll that real quickie. Guys, I rolled really good.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be... Where's my spell? Okay. That is going to be 4 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is also a 4. So you get 8 points of healing, my friend.
There you go.
Sweet.
He's just gonna say like, "Are you okay? You just dropped, and then that thing just dropped. Are you feeling all right? I mean, obviously not like great, but yeah, like, are you good?"
Frantically patting her throat, like making sure it's all there. Skip. Oh, nothing.
That's it for Teddy's turn.
Oh god.
All right. With it being Caden's turn, he's gonna make his save again in this. He's just getting stuck in here.
Poor dude.
He's just like, oh.
He's an
Like,
earth genasi. He'll
yeah.
be fine.
He's like, oh, God, it smells.
Yeah.
Yeah, does a little spit on the side. He's going to move. He sees that you got Xanthi. He also has no healing. This is a fighter through and through. So he's going to see if he can 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's just going to step around you two, almost trying to, if anything gets away. He sees that Xanthi's still prone, and knows that you two were not having a great time before, so he's gonna kind of just post up there. He doesn't have any range stuff he can do, and if he ran all the way up there, he wouldn't be able to do anything anyway. So he's just gonna be like, "Hayes,
Yeah,
hammer time."
that's the plan, man.
That's Jaden's turn. Xanthi, you're up. You're alive. No death saves here. What's Xanthi doing as she's prone? It's half your movement to stand up.
She's a little shook.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, all right. She just like gets to her feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Takes a look around. We just see this one guy. Yes. The one guy.
Yep, you just see the one.
Okay. All right. Well, first looks to Teddy, grabs your arm, and just is like, thank you. And then, whew, okay.
I was like, don't worry, we'll ease you into it. I'm just gonna kill your character.
You're doing really, really well, Sarah.
Wow. Okay. So I am going to, ooh, how far is this guy? Hold on. Tape measure!
Yeah,
Yeah,
25.
that's only 25. Okay. Then I will, toll the dead on that guy, too. So, she reaches out a hand and some, little chimey bells sound, around this little guy. And he has taken damage.
Yep.
So-
Is it a save or a hit? You have to roll to hit.
That one is... Where is it? It is a wisdom saving throw.
With save. All right, let me roll that. 3. Yeah, he fails.
Come on. Well, that is cocked. Try again. A 6 again.
6, 4. The only one still alive. How do you want to do this? So, you have done enough damage that this creature is dead. What does it look like as you land the final blow, cast the final spell?
I think probably the little shimmery magic around his head probably looks a little discombobulated, and I think he just kind of looks confused for a second and then just like falls over.
Yeah, nice. And done. He just kind of, falls to the side, and Hayes, you see as he drops, there's just like the sparkles kind of mixing with his gross green blood. And with that, we are out of combat. And so, yeah, as we come out of combat, you see the scattered bodies of these creatures that you all have slain. And the area is still kind of choked in this green fog. From experience that these planar merges can last anywhere from, a couple minutes to a couple days. It really depends. Usually it's closer to several hours, though. So it's not going to get nicer out here in probably anytime soon. But Xanthi, is your kind of I like sitting against or leaning against the wall. You see Jaden comes up to you, and Teddy is like, "Are you guys all right? You took some crazy hits there. That was a lot." He seems way less like excited about combat now that he saw like you basically get your throat chomped on. Um,
Yeah. Nope. All good. All good.
oh, yeah.
This is.
Well, you all can like hold your own. That was pretty evident. Like, that was awesome.
You also were incredible. That
Yeah.
first
Great.
hit, that was
Oh.
solid. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, my dad. I've been training since I was like real young. It's a whole family thing. So yeah.
I understand.
Is your like are other members of your family also in the guild?
Well, yeah. So yeah, my dad served. He's Lord Morvond. He
Oh,
was the ruler of Oldham. It's like a family thing for all of us to be volunteers. So, you know, start young, I guess.
we're going to carry on the legacy. That's definitely a very noble cause. So
Yeah.
very grateful.
Yeah. So, well, is anyone hungry still, or
Even more.
is your appetite
Yes.
kind of ruined from that?
I'm still sitting down. I think I'm just like, yeah, I could eat.
We should get those fish sticks. You know, the fish on a stick.
On a stick.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
like looks around to the empty square. He
Oh,
looks
there
around to
won't
like
be
the
a
empty
line
square.
now.
Yeah, but there's also no one serving
Oh.
the food. We might have to go
Yeah.
a little farther away from here till people come back. He's like looking around the body. He's like, I don't actually know what we're supposed to like. Maybe we just should report it.
Do we do that on the tablet?
Maybe.
Oh yeah. You see, he pulls out another one. It's got like an etched logo on the back of the.
He's
of
fancy.
No. He's pulling out the one that's similar to yours that has the etched like Citizens Volunteer Force logo. It's his work one. He didn't bring his personal tablet.
Oh, rich boy.
Yeah. And he's like, do you want to? I mean, I don't know. Are we supposed maybe both report it? I guess both of our teams were here. So
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he types out a message saying what, like, describing the creatures, and Hayes, as you see him use the tablet very efficiently, like he knows exactly. Yeah. Give me like a straight knowledge check just to see if you've learned a bit more about how these tablets work. Yeah, an intelligence, sorry. I've never even played the edition that called it knowledge check. I've just watched other DMs who've played other editions and get it fucked up.
Okay. My lettering is funky on this. The paint's coming off. It's 16 plus 0.
Yeah, no, 16. 16's pretty good. You see, you notice that he's basically sending it in chunks of like 30 or less words. So you gather that there's a word limit to each message, and it looks to be like you also notice as you start sending, if you send more, there's about like a 6-second delay in as it sends. It's like Twitter. Yeah, it's actually just pagers. I brought pagers back.
Shouldn't have ever left, honestly.
But yeah, you're able to send out those. What's anyone else doing from the combat as you all kind of gather and basically just leave the creatures where they are. You're not entirely sure what the protocol is. You're like, I haven't been trained on this yet. But
I don't know
yeah.
if Shape Water will let me do this, but can I get the blood/tomato soup off of my companions?
Yeah, you'll just make them wet. Teddy shirt's just gonna be wet, but no more tomato
Sure.
soup. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. And she prestidigitations. She follows it up with prestidigitation and dries us.
Nice.
Oh, wow. How did you do that?
Oh, I mean, I just kind of thought it.
Wow, that's... I didn't even know anyone could do that.
Oh, well, thanks. You know, might be kind of common out here, I thought, but, I mean, everybody here has things that they can do that I've never seen other people do before, so.
That's true. Your magic is very pretty and sparkly.
Oh, thank you. I like yours too. That was really cool with the, shadowy, tenderly thing.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I mean, everyone here seems to know what they're doing. I don't
know, that was my first time really ever doing that. So, well, in a combat scenario, so.
Same, that's not exactly how I expected that to go.
Yeah, that was pretty scary that you got knocked down.
It was yeah, I kind of expected, honestly, the armor and the shield. I thought that would prevent those situations from happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not expect that, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay, because it is only through hardship that we learn our limits, and only learning our limits do we learn how to shatter them. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
You must be very smart.
I read a lot, so.
Yeah. I also read a lot. I read a lot of romance books.
Oh, okay.
They're my favorite.
I don't think I've read any of those.
Oh, well, I could introduce you to some amazing classics.
Some classics.
I love this flirting going on. It's really nice.
Yeah. Just you're okay. Yeah.
I think at some point Teddy's gonna go and clean up all the dishes while this conversation is happening. Put them back in the busing box and just try and tidy things up where he left them in disarray.
I think if he's still doing that by the time that kid finishes up doing the report, he's probably gonna join. Feel like,
Oh, I am kind of hungry now, though. It's too bad about that.
Yeah, maybe we can just get something on the way back to the schoolhouse. I don't know how much I really want to be out in. He gestures to the smoggy, disgusting atmosphere, and Teddy, your head is still not feeling 100% from the mental damage you took from the abyss. Not feeling great. So you see that Jane's yeah, maybe we can just grab something from a food stall. We'll have to do seafood another day, preferably one where it's nicer out and maybe not this.
Just a material plane day.
Yeah, just a basic day would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, does anyone else have any other things that they would kind of say or do as you all kind of get your things and head back towards the schoolhouse? You're able to stop by a little bit closer to the schoolhouse. You see that the effect is still you're not sure how much of the city, if it's the whole city, if it's most of the city, but much like weather, it does affect a pretty large portion. However, it doesn't look like necessarily maybe anything really went down closer to the schoolhouse. So you're able to stop in and just stop by a kind of street vendor, get something to eat, and make your way back into the schoolhouse, which you now see. Yes, Meg.
Just a little quick question. In
Yeah.
traveling with Russell, my dragonborn friend, did I ever see him like eat? And is there something that I could pick up for him, even though he didn't come with us?
Cute.
Oh yeah. You definitely saw him eat. He ate like basically anything that you guys did. No dietary restrictions.
Sure.
On that dragonborn. So yeah, you can grab him another meat on a stick if you
Get him
want.
some meat to go.
Yeah. Some abyssal chicken strips. There you go. They're all black. They're already blackened in like spicy Cajun chicken. That's just what it comes like. So delicious.
Those were the spores, is Cajun seasoning.
Tiny little spice flavor.
Yeah, exactly. It's you're all very familiar with abyssal chickens. They're the chickens of this world. The normal chicken's gone. Only abyssal chickens remain. It's actually rarer to have prized basic chickens.
Man.
Yeah, as you approach the schoolhouse again, you see that the front doors have now been closed. A lot of the windows that were open before kind of shuttered, which you also saw with a lot of the houses, because now it's gross and smoggy out, and kind of a general, not necessarily gloom, but like oppressive feeling in the air, which is to be expected with the Abyss having merged. But yeah, as you get back, you see that it looks like most of the bunks are kind of now taken. There are some people like lounging on the floor or, just sitting, reading, again, kind of relaxing, as no one really wants to be outside. But it looks like most people made it here. You see that as Jaden starts to head back towards his area. You see that Russell is there, Teddy, and you see that next to Russell, there's a smaller goblin who's currently in an argument with this kind of really ripped human female who has like the sides of the hair shaved like a mohawk, and it's just like, I don't fucking believe you. That's not what fucking happened. Like the two of them it's like a friendly banter, but definitely arguing about something. And Russell's just kind of sitting off, leaning against the wall, which you all see now is a dragonborn that's just, I think, a little bit taller than Teddy, but a lot wider. This is a massive man. As you all are back, and Jaden kind of is like, well, that was an outing. We'll have to definitely get the groups together sometime and not fight something, or fight something, just maybe not almost die. As he kind of looks towards Xanthi, like, we'll just do the killing next time,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wonderful plan.
Yeah. Well, it was nice meeting you all. I'm gonna probably just go chill out for a little bit. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow at the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see that he heads back. What are you all doing as you kind of get back to your little squares of space?
Marigold's gonna let Lotus back into the little fishbowl.
Yep. Hayes or Xanthi, what are you all doing?
I thought Tate was gonna keep going. It kind of.
Oh no, sorry.
Sound like a comma. Yeah. Yeah. yeah, like just unload hammer again, just fall on the bed. Probably like reaching into like their component pouch, taking out the compact mirror, but not opening it yet, just kind of like feeling like the metalwork, turning it over in her hand, and just thinking.
Cool. Xanthi or Teddy?
Is this like, it's like kind of later at night, like we're like settling?
This is kind of just going to be the whatever downtime evening activities you would all do before we kind of move forward to the ceremony tomorrow. So anything, if you all want to talk about anything, be like, what the fuck was that? You know, like whatever you all want to do until you let me know, we'll move ahead to the ceremony.
I think she probably would like look, like go over to Teddy and be like, hey, thanks, I'm sorry.
No apology needed. You would do the same for me, and you did, so we're a team together, the four of us, and occasionally Jaden, and so we'll have each other's backs.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Right. And that was just getting warmed up anyway, so
Of course.
Probably only
Next one, light work.
Yeah, can only get easier from here on out, so.
Squints and D&D campaign.
Yeah. Squints in the idea that you just signed yourself up for this for 3 years, essentially, in character. You're just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, Hayes hears that about how it can only get easier and keeps comments inside and is just thinking. Knowing full well it's not going to get easier.
Teddy and Hayes, I know that this was Xanthi and my first time ever actually fighting anything. Have you fought anything before?
Hayes?
Really? Not really. Not to that extent.
Sort of similarly, not anything quite real. Sort of like Jaden, my father and my brother both served in the volunteer force, and I knew that I wanted to someday, so I have been practicing and sort of training in some capacity for a while, so first time actually encountering anything to that degree, but I, know how to swing my staff and sling some spells when needed, so it was interesting. Not quite what I expected on the first day, well, before the first day really, but
are we gonna get credit for that?
I was wondering that too. I'm hoping since you were able to report it, not that like we need it, but I also do know that within the volunteer ranks, it's good to build up a bit of a name for yourself.
Oh. Are your brother and father still in the volunteer?
No, my brother finished up his term last year. He's been home for about a year. And my father, he's been a ship hand for years, working as a docksman. So, lots of time has passed since then.
Oh, so they did kind of what you're doing then.
Yeah, yes, sort of, I mean, knowing my father's history and my brother wanted to do it, it just seemed like the logical thing for me to do as well, so here we are. If you don't mind me asking, I would love to know what brought the rest of you into the Force. Or if that feels too personal right off the bat, I understand that we are all still very new and fresh friends, or even just comrades at this point in time. I don't want to presume. But I'm in no pressure to share anything you don't feel ready to. I don't want to put any undue pressure on you all. We've all had a very long couple of hours just now.
No, you're fine. It just, sometimes I talk a lot, so I was just making an effort since, we're new. But my parents were both in the volunteers. My mom really liked it. I think she's still friends with a lot of the people that she knew from her time. And well, they're just there's not a lot to do out where I'm from, and I knew I wanted to get out and explore other places, and this seemed like a good opportunity to do that and do something good as well. So yeah, that's why I'm here. She just smiles and looks expectantly at Marigold and Hayes, just like.
Yeah, my brother was a volunteer about 10 years ago. He doesn't do it anymore. And yeah, I thought it was the best way to protect my family. Like everybody, do what I can.
Yeah, my mom was in the volunteers, and I also figured that it was the best use of my skills to join to protect people.
Glad to see we all have so much in common right out the gate.
Some family lineages lining up over here. Y'all are second gen. At least second gen.
I don't know if I want to necessarily role play it all out, because I don't know if I know the correct numbers, but Teddy would like to see if any of our parents served in the same, or if family members or whatever, if any of them served in the same year or cohort.
Yeah, I was curious about that too.
I have it written.
I know, I made a little timeline. I have to find where that is in my notes.
Same.
Okay.
Let me find where I put it in my notes.
What's the youngest people could join?
18.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Gotta be legal.
Gonna do my math to see if I can figure out when her mom was in there.
Yes. So actually, your mom and your dad served together. You know the year. You don't know necessarily, if they were, well, you know the year. Well, I'll give you the year, and I'd say if you all want to talk more about it, you would know class 102.
When you say your mom and your dad, who are the yours in question? I just want to make sure I know.
Marigold's mom and Percy, your dad.
My dad, Percy.
Class. Yes.
Sweet.
Cute.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy! It's kind of the vibe that will happen.
Yeah. So you all kind of share a little bit about your lives as you're all maybe finishing eating your food, taking stock of your inventory, realizing that you all have a lot in common, and you're not sure if it's this common to have an entire squad where almost everyone has a family member. Well, everyone has a family member, at least one, if not multiple, that have served. Or you're also not sure really how they grouped you all. You assume it was kind of by abilities, don't have an oops all paladins. But they also maybe
an assessment test.
Yeah. But yeah, so you all kind of spend the rest of the night. Whatever you usually like to do is you kind of settle for downtime. You see around about 10 o'clock, not that the lights get turned off, but the kind of get turned down, as in a sense of quiet hours because there's 28 young individuals in a room. They're gonna be up and noisy. They have a big day tomorrow. But yeah, I guess we can go around. How do you all kind of settle? What's your routine for settling for the night? Or are you a early sleeper? Do you like to stay up? What's that like? Whoever wants to start can, if you know it.
I think Hayes gets ready for bed. Not much of a routine going on. Just get into comfy clothes that are not made of metal. Settles down into bed, does all the hygiene stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and not stinky over here.
Prestidigitation.
And is laying in bed. I don't think that she's gonna be able to fall asleep right away, but does eventually. But
it's crazy what combat will do. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also a mind stuff going on at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Probably stays awake for a while unintentionally, before eventually probably falling asleep.
Xanthi. How's Xanthi feeling getting ready for bed after a little unintentional nap earlier,
Right. Well, I think
Surprise nap.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise nap. I mean, I think outwardly she's just going about her business. And she's probably kind of awkwardly shimmying out of her armor because she's not used to getting in and out of it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets out of that, and then she kind of sits kind of cross-legged on her bed and probably spends some time maybe meditating or praying, can't tell which she's doing. And then she probably takes a book out of her bag, and then, to try and be courteous, pulls the blanket completely over her and casts light.
Yeah.
Under the blanket.
Great.
So she's got her little reading light, and she's got her book with her under the covers. But I think she's kind of sort of trying to read, and then just kind of staring at the pages for a while, and then kind of catches herself and starts trying to read again. She probably does that until she's tired enough to fall asleep.
Nice. Marigold or Teddy?
I think Marigold sings to herself a little bit as she's getting ready for bed. And then she sits in the bed and gets out a book, doesn't light up anything. She's just reading it in the dark. I forgot to mention, she gets Crouton out. And she cuddles with Crouton, reads the book, and I'm trying to come up with a name of it, but it's basically this universe's version of Pride and Prejudice.
Nice. It's just Pride and Prejudice.
It's Pride and Prejudice. Yeah, by
Canonical Jane Austen.
Jane Austen, yes.
James just felt like Jay.
And J apostrophe.
Yeah, Jane.
Yeah. And then I think after she reads for a bit, probably just goes to sleep. There's ink all over her blankets.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teddy.
Oh, I forgot to say that the only routine that's out of a normal routine for his to go to bed is taking a mirror and putting it under her little pillow for safeguarding, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
I think Teddy's routine is pretty standard. I think maybe a little more rigorous, like in terms of like sort of like he tidies up his space, he like washes his face in the washroom, and like, you know, he's just like, he's trying to be very like courteous and conscientious of like, it's a shared space, I don't want to be taking up any room, you know, very like,
Yeah. He's like, I'm already
Space too.
6'2".
I'm already gangly, I'm not gonna make it worse. Yeah.
It's your space too.
I think for a little while he is sitting on his bed writing in what looks to be kind of a worn journal. He's probably about like a third of the way through it, as he's just kind of like writing and just writing about his day. He's a big journaler guy. If he has, yeah, I was gonna say, if he has any like ephemera from the day, like if earlier in the day he got any kind of like ticket or pass or anything, like for anything, he's like securing that in his book as well. If you look, it's like really like thick on some of them from like stuff being wedged in the papers and pages. And he'll do that for a little while before kind of closing it up. He's got like one of the little wind over, like, you know, seal it, not because he, just because it's there. And then he'll probably just cozy up and hit the proverbial hay.
Yeah. So with that, you all get some rest. As a reminder, in this campaign, you have to have 3 consecutive days of not doing much in order to take a long rest. So you can take the short rest button, which if any of you need to roll hit die to get hit points back, you can do that as well. As a reminder, half your hit die come back on a long rest. Only half of your expended hit die come back on a long rest. Only half. No, it's not. Only half of your hit die come back on a long rest, like rounded up. So that will come into effect as you know, if you use all of them. But definitely use them if you need them. So I'll give you all a moment if you need to roll anything or hit that short rest button. It should prompt you for those of you using D&D Beyond. But with that, I need some music. Let's see.
Do you think it's worth it to do it for like 3 hit points?
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. I've got 4 missing, and I'm like, but
4 out of how many? 3 out of how many?
11.
So it is like a third.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So I just take a short rest?
You hit the short rest button, and then it'll say how many hit die you're doing. Yeah, and then you roll whatever the dice is for your class, which I think a cleric's like a D8.
So I got 4.
My hit die is a D10, and I rolled a 10. Plus 1.
Hey, there you go.
There we go.
You are fully healed up.
I love this D10, bro.
Give it a kiss. Encourage it to do that again.
So yeah, as you all finally get some rest, the next day you kind of wake up, get ready for the day. It's around noon for when the signing ceremony begins. Luckily, sometime in the night while you all were sleeping, the abyss merge dissipated, so it's back to just a regular day.
Hey. Love regular days.
Yeah, just a plain old planar day. No, plain old non-planar day. But it is now time for the signing ceremony. As you all stand on the lawn in front of the volunteer schoolhouse, you see banners hanging on trees and lampposts as many of the citizens of Old Haven have come out to kind of cheer and support you as this new class signs in. As the time strikes noon, you see a tall, full Eladrin elf head to the podium in front of the split steps. She walks confidently and does not try to hide the pronounced limp that's on her right side. Her reddish blonde hair is pulled back in kind of a half up, half down braided style that just grazes the shoulder pauldrons of her full, incredibly intricate, but also looks incredibly well made, full plate armor. You see the insignia of the Citizens Volunteer Force is etched into the front. A hush goes over the crowd as she steps forward and kind of clears her throat. Good afternoon. My name is Commander Ramies Hawthorne, leader of the Citizens Volunteer Force. I am pleased to see so many bright and eager faces ready to protect the citizens of the free cities of the East. It is a noble calling, but will not be one without danger and sacrifice. For those of you about to embark on this journey, I ask you to take a moment. Look to your left and your right. These companions beside you will become family and provide support in some of your darkest times. I await all you will accomplish as you learn and grow these next 3 years. Welcome, Class 137. When you hear your name, please sign the scroll and meet with the lieutenant in charge of your cohort off to the side. As she steps away, there's a round of applause, and you see very quickly and no nonsense, a stout kind of dark-skinned halfling steps up to the podium and begins to read names and direct groups of new volunteers off to certain sides after they sign the giant parchment that is kind of laid across several tables out in front. As you see groups begin to go up, finally you hear your names and several of the colleagues you've already met. You see Marigold Beck, Xanthi Elamir, Theodore Lockhart, Hayes Osman, Jaden Morvand, Russell. The names keep being read as this halfling's just going through the list. As you all kind of follow with the groups being called and step up to the giant parchment, you see that there are dozens of signatures already. When you go to sign, please, everyone tell me, what does your signature look like? Where are you signing it? How big? Do you just do initials? Like, what's the vibe of everyone as you go to sign your name on this parchment? It says Citizens Volunteer Force, Class 137. Yeah.
I can tell you exactly what Hayes' signature looks like.
You're like, I did it.
Circle back to me.
Mhm. Okay, we'll circle back. Anyone else know what their signature would be? Quick, think on your feet.
I think
All those
Teddy has
questions.
a big capital letters.
Oh yeah.
And then like kind of more like normal looking like so the T and the L are big and the rest is like normal. And a quick question, because he's not gonna do this if nobody else has done this. But has anybody like added like a seal of any kind next to their names?
Interesting.
Roll me a d20. Just straight d20. We'll see what it
Natural
is.
20. I am not even joking. I've never rolled this many in like a week.
So many.
Wow.
Did you get new dice? Did you talk
No,
nice to your dice?
I
What's going
haven't
on?
used this like set before. I
That's
have like
insane.
my dice for my barbarian, for one for my ranger, and then I pulled all these ones out because it fit for 10.
Hell yeah.
So I guess they're just raring to go.
Yeah.
Rare.
I assume you want to place a seal next to your name. With is that what I'm gathering?
I have a
You
ring,
as Meg wanted to do this.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah,
I think it'd be fun.
we'll say that there is a few and you actually see, because it's quite a big scroll, so like a couple people can be up at a time. You see that Jaden does also leave a seal next to his name.
I'll just do a quick little, we're good.
There you go. Cool. So yeah, Teddy, what about Xanthi or Marigold? How does your signature look? Where are you signing, like low, small in the corner, big? Are you doing John Hancock like across the thing? What's going on?
I think for Marigold, she like uses her water abilities to like grab some of the ink out of her hair, and that's like on her skin, to sign her name on the paper. And I think her like signature, it's on the larger side, but not like on the larger side of average. Like, oh, this person just has like
a bigger signature,
bigger handwriting, not like oh, she's like trying to be a kind of way about it. Very like bubbly and loopy. She signs it Marigold J. Beck, and it's kind of like it's near, I guess, the bottom, like a bit more out of the way, but not like super out of the way.
Cool. Xanthi or Hayes?
Oh, and she definitely has this like kind of somewhat like slightly like somber expression when she does it.
Intrigue.
I think Xanthi is just like kind of middle of the page, like under, where it looks like it's supposed to go, like following like the order. And I think it's just like a mid-sized kind of scrawl that's like a little messy.
Very nice. All right.
So this is, I have a doc full of all of my characters' signatures in their handwriting, and it didn't send.
I had no clue, but you would, Morgan. Do you have your parents' signatures as well?
Leave me alone. Tate also has one. Calm down.
I do also have one. It's not all signatures though. It's just handwriting. So
that's
it's
their names in their handwriting. That's a signature.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm trying to. Wait.
It's sent.
Oh, it's sent twice. It wasn't sending. I'll delete one of them. And so that's appropriate sized, not too small, not like big. Are they all kind of like signing near each other? Or
I mean, it's really whatever people do, because like you could have like 3 or 4 people up at a time. So yeah, you could all decide to sign near each other.
Marigold would.
Yeah. And so, if you all agree on that, then we'll say yours are in like, within, not like right next to each other, but within a little space.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think he signs their name and then kind of like takes like a little bit of a look at her last name and thinks about Castor and how he's been here and everything after, and gives a sigh and puts the pen down. Or passes it to the next person, or whatever the protocol.
You pass it to the side, and you pass it over, and then it's actually you just see a hand like reach up and grab it. Oh, I should have fucking done that. You see a hand just like reach up and grab it. And you look over, and it's the smaller goblin that is part of Jaden's crew that was arguing with the human before. Kind of grab it from you and is like, "Thank you very much." Then he goes and like steps up to try to sign. But yeah, as you all finish signing, you see that your little cohort is what is being referred to as, again, kind of a group of about 25. You realize that it's all the people you were basically in room 118 with are being directed over to the side, where you see right now there's maybe 4 to 5 other squads. Jaden's there, but you see what is probably the lieutenant that's in charge of your cohort. You see this tanned, like there's a 12-pack, absolutely jacked. Elf is waiting for you all. Her hands are in her pockets as she leans against kind of a wooden post. She's wearing a black and gold cropped sleeveless tank, some red like fist wraps and foot wraps, and you see her volunteer bandana, which is actually yellow, as opposed to all of yours are like a black material. Hers is yellow. You see it's kind of it's tied around her neck like a bandana, and she's kind of waiting for you all to huddle up around her.
Yeah, we huddle.
I will do so.
Yeah. So as you all huddle up, and you see that what she's leaning against, as you all get closer, you see it's a board, and it says kind of like help, a help board, and there seems to be a few notes tabbed in there, but you can't really get close enough to read exactly what's on them yet. As you all gather around, and she looks and sees that kind of the last of everyone has signed, she leans away from the board, and addresses you all. Good afternoon. My name is Lieutenant Lydia Valentia. I'll be in charge of the cohort for the next year. That's also not the voice I gave her, but hold on, we're gonna get there. I'll be in charge of the cohort for the next year. So I will give you a bit of a rundown for how things operate as your new volunteers here. So the first thing to note, classes and patrols. Our cohort has classes Mondays, days, and free days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we have patrols. They will be randomly assigned to each of you on a monthly basis. The next thing to note is that some of those classes will be ones based on your specific skill sets, and then others that you will just have to take to branch out and become a more well-rounded individual. Behind me here, and she steps to the side. So this is one of the other very important things, the job board or help board. So as you know, we cannot be everywhere all the time, no matter what. When the plane merges happen, sometimes you do not catch the creatures that merge over, or they appear later. And so this board is for anyone of the citizens who needs help with something related to a planar creature, whatever it is. Don't worry. The senior volunteers and lieutenants check each morning. You'll be able to handle whatever is left on the board. We take any of the ones that might be a bit more concerning or challenging. So you're expected to complete at least 1 to 2 every month, depending on how difficult or the time it takes. And then maybe actually the most important to enjoy and have to damn, I need to pause those my notifications because I see it come across and I try to read it as I'm talking and I'm like, damn, wait, hold on. Maybe so most importantly is a sponsor. You of course are welcome to stay within the schoolhouse, but oftentimes to foster camaraderie with the people we protect, every squad will get someone to volunteer, someone to sponsor the new volunteers. So I have a list here. She hands you a list. I will give you more on that later. She hands you a list. Here are some names, people you could go find, reach out, talk to, see if they vibe with how your squad operates, what you want from it, any of that. Yes, Saturday tests. You'll have a test the first Saturday, that is in the 10th. So be studying for that and do not embarrass our cohort, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
As she kind of looks around at everyone just like nodding, her rippling muscles, this fucking jacked monk, you see that she's like, well, are there any questions? Or I would say the most important thing over the next couple days is get your sponsor and start looking at the job boards for something that you may be able to help the citizens with.
Brief question. When dealing with extraplanar beings, what is it that we do with the bodies?
I did hear that I had some squads in my cohort that already faced some creatures. So normally protocol is let it be known to the schoolhouse. We'll send normally the more senior volunteers to do damage assessments and paperwork if it is needed. So yes, just notify us with your tablet, and or in person is also fine as well.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I already have a very exciting cohort with high expectations after yesterday. Well, all right. Well, if nothing else, I'll be around for the rest of the afternoon. She pulls out a tablet and says, "For whoever has the tablet for your squad, let's ensure ours are linked, and we can go from there." So Hayes, as you take out the tablet, you see that you have to do they have to touch in order to be able to message. You had, when you saw before, you had one contact in there, and it was it was just it was like a volunteer schoolhouse. It was like, the catch-all mailbox of the volunteer schoolhouse. But now you see that new name. It says Lieutenant Valentia on yours, and you see that it takes about 15 seconds, and they both whir and blue light, and then they are synced, if you will. So she goes around, does that with all the rest of the squads before stepping off to the side. As you all are looking, you now have a few items. I'll say who took the sheet that had the names of the potential sponsors, or who wants to say that they took it.
I already took one thing. I'm not gonna take another.
I think
sharing is caring.
if Marigold looks like she's going for it, Teddy might try and grab it first so it doesn't get wet. I don't mean
Honestly,
it
I
in
was
a mean
thinking
way.
it was a Marigold. I'm so sorry.
It's not personal. It's not trying to be mean.
I
just
as a
don't
player
want
was thinking
a
anyone but
soggy
Marigold, but I think
piece of
she may have
paper.
tried to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Get in there. Get in there, Teddy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Long arms.
Yeah,
I
Teddy
think
steps out and
probably-
all a foot and a half above Marigold.
Yeah,
all right.
I'll take the paper. Sorry.
Meg, I will send you. There you go. That is what's on the paper, so you can share that. And then the rest of you, as you're kind of looking at the job board, and you see that Lieutenant Valentia steps away, you all can refresh Roll20.
Just for my players, where would be the best place to share that with you all? In the general channel, or
In general is
somewhere else?
fine.
Okay.
Unless we want to make a channel for stuff like this. I don't know how often it's gonna come
that
up.
could be good.
It could be. You can move it there. But yeah, you see, Teddy. You see all these names, and you also have this board, so you all can tackle what you want as you will. As you see now, the other groups are some of them are congregating around the board, some of them are looking at the list. People are doing both. This is not the only names on the list, I'll also say. These are some of the ones that looked more interesting, perhaps, to this party because of your backgrounds and specialties. So
Oh,
Because I wasn't about to be like, here's 20 names. Let's go see
Yeah,
all
no.
of them. So
I
you get
would.
you get 4.
I would. Oh.
how many languages can we speak amongst us? We might be able to tackle that one together.
That would be okay. I've got Common, Elvish, Sylvan, and Draconic.
I think you could tackle it by yourself. At that point,
Oh,
That's a lot.
I mean,
obviously,
I like
we're not
to read.
gonna make you. It's the joking.
No, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I speak Infernal and Celestial, as well as Common, obviously.
I
Awesome.
can speak Primordial and Sylvan.
All of mine have been covered.
What languages do you speak?
Common and Sylvan.
That's great.
Wow, you guys can have secret Sylvan conversations. I better study up.
We could.
Eddie
Or
makes a
we
note
could-
to take Sylvan 101. And the schoolhouse offers it.
Oh, I speak Druidic. I also speak
Oh, there you
Druidic.
go.
I forgot about that one.
Nice.
That seems like something that we could absolutely do. And not that I'm worried about fighting anything, but that's, reading things is fun.
I
Uh,
find the crawling
Xanthi, can you give me a perception check, please?
Yeah.
And it would be nice to go to docks.
As nice as it would be to do the reading one, it does sound easy, but I think one of the others is more dire.
10, 11, 15?
15. So yeah, as you all are kind of gathered around, you're starting to debate back and forth. Xanthi, you look up and you see a familiar face, but one you haven't seen in a little while. As you see a tall and more slender half-elf with shorter raven black hair, kind of in the middle part. His eyes icy blue with sharp angular cheekbones and pale skin. There's quite a bit of resemblance still to Xanthi. As you all see him step up, and Xanthi, you finally make eye contact with your brother, and see as he kind of calls over and goes, "Oh, Xanthi, sorry, am I bothering? I just wanted to congratulate you."
She just gasped and she just literally full on just launches herself at him while squealing, "Wee!"
And he's like, "Oh," and you see a much more reserved half elf who he does give you a hug. The rest of you see I don't know if you just heard my dog. She freaking just barked in her sleep. You see that he's wearing a high-collared, kind of deep red, double-breasted jacket with gold buttons and dark slacks. I don't believe any of you would actually know. Maybe some of you would know that's an outfit of a city-sponsored mage. Maybe not. But
Would Hayes know all the different ones, or just the ones for Lumen?
I assume probably just lumens. Yeah, I'm not sure if Teddy would have had more training, or here's wealthy boy 101 training. here's what everyone wears. I'll leave that up
Probably
to
based on
anyone's-
the clothing, if
Yeah,
nothing else.
you can tell it's definitely a uniform. It doesn't look like he just woke up today and decided to wear a deep red high collared thing.
Yeah. Fair.
But yeah,
Is
you see.
Marigold though at all?
I think you've been too removed from old hate as an adult.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But you can gather that there's something official about him. As you see, Xanthi kind of launches herself towards this slender half elf who's kind of taken back and a bit more reserved. It's like, "Oh, is this your new group?" You see, he kind of looks around at everyone else.
Xanthi had like temporarily forgotten like where she was, who she was with. So she's like, oh my god. You guys, this is my brother, Erwin. This is my group of new friends. This is Teddy, and this is Marigold, and this is Hayes.
He's like, Teddy,
Hi.
Marigold, Hayes.
Pleasure to
It's
meet
very
you.
nice to meet you. I'm sorry I just was able to see a little bit of the ceremony, but work has been quite busy lately. Is everything good with Mom and Dad? And then he looks around and sees like the groups of other people are like actively starting, like preparing and like kind of in the middle of stuff. He's like, I'm sorry, I know that you're probably in the middle and getting ready to start your day, but maybe we can set aside some time. I'm sorry. It's been. You hear as he's talking, you hear like his tablet go off, and he gets a message, and he quickly is like, "Oh, I'm sorry. One moment. It was very nice to meet you all. I just have to step away for a second." As he goes and takes a work call off, a work text message off to the side.
Sure.
But yeah, so he's just off to the side. Looks like if anyone's looking at him, he looks stressed as he's answering messages.
Did Xanthi say that was her brother? Sorry, I might have missed that.
Yeah. She said it's my brother, Erwin.
What does your brother
Erwin.
do?
He works here for Old Haven as a mage.
Oh wow! Like what kind of magic?
I actually don't think Xanthi would know the full details of what he does. So you could make it up. You could be like, "This is what Xanthi thinks he does." Yeah.
She's like, well, I think like the usual kinds.
That
There are
don't know
so many
if
different
they're-
kinds.
Yeah.
I don't.
Was
I
he
don't know
born
exactly.
with magic, or did he have to learn?
No. He had to learn it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure he's really good.
Is it like you?
No. No, I only got my magic recently. But no, Erwin, he came out here to Old Haven, gosh, how many years ago now? About 4?
Oh wow!
4 or 5
So
years ago?
it's been a while since you've seen him then.
Yeah. I was hoping we'd hang out, but he's really busy, so.
I'm sure
Yeah,
we'll find some time where we're not busy if you wanted to try and track him down at some point. I
Right.
know he's occupied at the moment, but surely
Right.
he can't be all the time.
Right. And we're busy too, so that's fine. And she'll like kind of glance over to like.
Yeah, as you glance over, you see that Aaron has finished responding to his emergency phone message, and he kind of walks back over, and he's like, "I'm really sorry, Xanthi. I have to go. There's been a bit of an issue at work, but I don't know. Did you all get a tablet? I can link mine, and then we'd be able to keep in track."
We have a tablet.
Yeah, there you go. Again, link it up. You see, it's just Elamir, as Erwin's name comes up on there, and he looks. Xanthi, congratulations! I'm really excited for you, and I'm sure you're going to do great things. You'll have to let me know whatever the first monster is that you kill. I'm sure it'll be
We
exciting.
already did.
Oh, wow.
Yesterday. Xanthi got one. Last one.
Nice.
She looks like really gratefully over in this direction.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And just she reaches in her bag and she pulls out like a little care package that's like all tied up with like ribbon. This is from Mom and Dad and Omri and me. So you can, when you have time.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was so nice meeting you all, Xanthi. We'll definitely catch up again. And you see, as he kind of tucks the package under, he kind of does what is an incredibly formal bow, very different from how Xanthi interacts with anyone. Teddy, you would recognize it as like extremely old school, like it's like the equivalent of like a curtsy nowadays. Like it is, he's pulling out like all the not professional, but or like pretentious, but
The
all
formalities.
the formalities that which that tracks for Erwin. But yeah, you see he kind of gives a quick kind of formal bow and then goes and gives a hug to Xanthi before he's like, I hope I'll see you all again soon. And then is immediately got the package under one arm and is like texting on the tablet, sending a message, headed back out towards wherever he's needed, as you all can refocus. Maybe, depending on how some people are feeling, depending on how Xanthi feels about just seeing her brother for the first time. But you can refocus on the job and names and figure out your plan ahead for basically for next session.
Wow, he was very regal. I hope we get to see him again.
Can I insight check that?
Daniel said, I don't know how. I don't know.
I will.
But I am marrying into this family.
Yeah, this family right here. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Insight check that.
I don't know what any of my things are yet.
Usually it's the other one who gets that reaction, but okay.
There's a third one. Don't worry, you have another chance.
Don't fumble.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll just say that was obvious, was it not, Marigold?
Was that like a legitimate pass? That's what I need to know, or is she just?
Yeah, no, that's
the way that she speaks might just be a little bit more blunt than other people, and so I try to suss out.
Yeah.
What are your intentions
with
this
Marigold.
I wasn't trying to be totally overt.
Mm-hmm.
I did roll.
Slay.
And I got a 17 on the die.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Understood.
Yeah. I would say there was something that wasn't the that wasn't just like, oh, nice, yeah, sure, like nice to meet him. There was some reason that maybe it was the magic aspect.
I saw one tiny heart spawn over her head.
An inky heart just popped.
Yeah.
The ink falls from her hair in little heart-shaped
In little heart shapes.
Yeah.
That's really good. I like that a lot.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
that was...
after a quick family visit.
Yeah.
So it seems like the hands and the multilingual options are the ones that are calling to us the most. I will be honest, I'm not quite in the swing of things in terms of physical prowess required. I may be a little depending on if there is any sort of fighting with these hands rather than just sort of rounding them up. Just in terms of what I'm able to do, I'm still a bit woozy after yesterday, but I'm certain I can make it work. Don't hold back on account of me. I'm just wanting to be blunt and honest on what I am able to do at this moment.
I mean, I'm fine with either. I do find these crawling hands to be quite intriguing, and it would be nice to go down to the docks. But if we're curious about the multilingual task, we do know a lot of languages between the four of us.
Do the hands and then stop by, do the scroll after.
Sounds
That would
good
be
to me.
great.
Xanthi's a little distracted, so I think she's just like, huh? Oh, yeah.
And as far as potential sponsors go, he's gonna kind of hold out the paper that
To
he
show
got
everyone.
from. Yeah. Do any of these sound particularly? I don't know what the word. Do any of these catch your eye more than the others? I will say that I skimmed them briefly, but haven't really looked that in depth into them. If there are any that are potentially on the way to either of these job requests, then we could maybe stop by for a chat as well and get a feel for what their patronage might be like before we fully commit to something.
Okay. Well, two of them are the scroll is in the Ivy Walk, and then there's a potential sponsor in the Ivy Walk as well, and it looks like they are paying. And then there is the South Docks. There's no potential sponsors in the South Docks. The Central Market.
They are in the center market, and that's also where the Ice Devils are, which are also a problem.
Y'all are like, let's do everything. Let's just take it and do
Literally.
it all right now.
What do you mean by character building?
This was given to the school by like the person who's a volunteer. Or, like, the
Okay,
sponsor.
wait. I said that, and then I
Manual labor, I'm gonna
realized,
be
like,
honest.
when someone's like, it's for experience.
It's yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It's gonna build character.
I was thinking like mechanical things. I'm like, does that mean, do we get like stuff from it, like feats?
That's really funny.
It's a trap. It's so common.
Yeah, you'll get lodging, but you'll be miserable the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not
Sounds like
cleaning
retail.
over pots. It's not happening.
Yeah, the stipend's always nice. Used for pretty much anything. Discount potions, in case anything like yesterday
Yeah,
goes down, and it will.
I'm
be real.
leaning towards those two.
As am
You
I,
can do
yes.
Two birds, one stone, like by checking out, like if we go to the Ivy Walk to do the scroll thing, we could talk to that potential person at the same time.
Are we allowed more than one sponsor?
Well, we want. I don't know. I don't think so. Are we?
If we already defeated creatures from the abyss before our first day even started, do you think that multiple people would want to sponsor us?
I don't actually. I should have asked that question. I didn't even think of it.
You see that Lieutenant Valentia is still kind of like roaming around. If you would like to ask that question, she has not abandoned you yet. So.
Yay! She's so cool. I like her.
Yeah, you see that as you raise your eyes, she comes over. She's like, yes, is everything all right?
Everything's great. We just were wondering, is it possible to have more than one sponsor?
No, you should only have one sponsor. There's many, squads that need to sponsor, so having multiple
For the rest
would,
of them.
would take away exactly. But that doesn't mean you cannot meet or have a relationship with any of the people that are listed as sponsors. Just on paper, there would only be one sponsor for your group.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we get extra credit or something for thrashing those monsters in the the market the other day?
You see, she gives a bit of a laugh, and she's like, "Well, I guess you could consider it advanced study for your Saturday test, huh?"
Character
But
building.
no thing. Yes, no extra credit, but it's probably real life scenarios are always more useful than things you learn in a textbook.
That is fair.
Worth the ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to try.
Of course. And she kind of walks off towards another one of the groups that someone else raised their hand for a question. She's like, maybe I should have specified on something. There's a lot of questions going around. But no, yeah, so I guess as we kind of wrap up, or unless, Meg, I see you're prepared to perhaps say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Looking at the list really fast, I just want to point this out. I believe Lord Zarius Malraki is the father of Jaden. Is that correct?
No.
Is
No,
that the same guy?
Morvand is Jaden's
How did
father.
I get that mixed up, huh? Okay, that makes a lot more
Rich
sense.
guys
I
with
was
bad
like,
names.
nepotism?
Which
Okay, no, we're good.
No nepotism here.
But I was gonna bring it up that is a lord, which means that
Yeah.
his stipend's gonna be pretty healthy, probably, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Also, high society.
Also lodging.
In the
Nice
Ivy,
lordly lodging.
We're already gonna be in Ivy Walk if we do the school.
yeah, we got to talk to that guy.
Definitely should talk, yeah.
Just
And-
see
and-
if he's awful, we can walk. But
Just figure out our options, of course.
for
I
sure,
was
for sure.
was thinking that Jet of the Cerulean Spade, that the Upper Harbor, that would be on the way to Fish on a Stick. Killing
Round
two
two.
birds with one stone.
Fish on a
That
stick.
is
Two
a
fish
very,
with
very
one
good
stick.
point.
Yes, two fish with one stick.
That's really good.
All right.
Well, we might as well, see what our options are and talk to multiple people before we settle on anyone. You don't marry the first person who asks.
Looks over at Marigold briefly.
A little inky sweat droplet drips down her forehead.
Oh, love it. Okay. So yeah, we'll say as you all are getting ready to go on your day, so you're planning to head to this is kind of just me getting ready for next session. You are planning to head to the Upper Harbor first, or Ivy Walk? Or
I mean, the hands seem more of a threat, so Hayes is wanting to do the hands first and then go to Ivy Walk. But if the Ivy Walk's on the way, I need to look at the map. Then, we talked into
Oh
it.
shoot! Yeah, we do have a map.
Ivy Walk, so if we were to hit up Upper Harbor and then walking around, Ivy Walk is farther south. So it makes sense to start at the Upper Harbor.
Okay.
Upper Harbor, pretty close to. Obviously, you were all took your 10-minute walk there. You're also not sure where in Ivy Walk the Malraki Villa is. You're gonna have to ask around. But yeah, so first is the Upper Harbor.
Yeah, it wasn't Upper Harbor, it was the South Dock.
It's
that
the
hands
South
are
Dock.
on.
Oh,
is where
what
the
were we
hands are.
wanting to do at Upper Harbor?
Upper Harbor is
Ivy
where
Walk is-
the Cerulean Spade is.
Yes.
If you wanted
Okay.
to go there.
Yeah, South Dock is on the way. So, because we go across the river into South Dock, and then it goes into Ivy Walk. So we're
Mhm.
going to be going through South Dock anyway.
Cool. So yeah, I have down that you're mostly interested in the crawling claws or multilingual as things, and then is there any people you're probably not going to talk to at all, or because I literally wrote down for session 2, talk to sponsor, probably all of them, because I was like, I know this group, and they're like, let me chat, let me meet people. But if there's any, if there's any that you're like, no, probably not.
Not super interested
My
in this Paramore.
Yeah.
And you don't want character building?
Yeah,
No.
I feel like that is absolutely 110. Like, I've heard that before in Serenity's Roost. They say that all the time. Anytime
Get
they
stuck
want you
digging
to,
a ditch.
muck out a stall or like it's never something fun. So I think that like immediately that's like alarm bells in Xanthi's mind that she's like, fool me 3 times. Shame on you. That's how that goes.
My above
go for
the
it.
table suggestion would be talk to Lord Zarius, then talk to Jet, and if neither of them want us, talk to Syndra, because that seems like the better option of the others.
Yeah.
Over the character building, and then if anything else, if nobody else wants us, even though we're awesome and
We're like
did all
best
that
ever.
stuff yesterday and we're so cool, then I guess go talk to the other guy.
All right.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
cool.
great.
that's what I would do.
I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What were you gonna say? Nick?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, for like Teddy is probably not that interested in chatting with Syndra, as he owns like nothing metal. So
Same
it
with
doesn't
Marigold. Yeah.
for him it doesn't really affect him all that much. But I also like I'm totally me, Meg, like, yeah, sweet, let's talk to whoever. But like from an in character, like I have a hard time imagining him being able to really sniff out any real reason to be super interested in that, other than like, and social networking. So just putting that out, like, again, like he might not be interested. I'm totally down. So
I think like in character then, if like half the party like wasn't going to get any use out of it, like I think probably.
And I mean, it's also, you do now have, for in the future when you're like, I'm looking for a weapon, you now have a name.
We have a name.
It's not like you can't go find these people later. You're just not interested in having a deep, meaningful, financially beneficial, lodging beneficial relationship with.
Okay, you make us sound like dumb now. Like maybe we should go there.
No, I mean, I all of them are very interesting and different. So it really is a choose your own adventure. It's gonna flavor kind of where you all stay, how you all are, progressing. So
Cool.
well, cool. All right.
I have a question. Sorry.
Yeah.
What day of the week is it now?
Morgan,
First
get
day.
the calendar.
I am. Today's the first day.
Morgan, calendar.
The first day of the 4th month?
Yes.
Okay, wait. Okay, so
I think it's a
yesterday
Wednesday.
was. Oh wait, today's a Wednesday? Or
Do you want me to
I
drop
think
the
so.
calendar? It is. It's
Yeah.
no, I'm
You can
looking
drop
at
the
the
calendar.
Thursday.
right now.
which is
Okay.
a this day.
This day, yeah.
This day. You want me to
Okay,
drop
so
the
yesterday
calendar?
was Wednesday.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, cool. Just need to know for no reason.
Yep.
No reason at all.
Where should I drop this?
Put it in tools and,
Tools and subs.
or no, put it in quick lookup actually.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, we'll say that you all have finished, talking it over. You've taken down. Are you taking both jobs, the crawling claw and the multilingual, or are you going to take one and then come back for the other? You didn't receive any instruction that you couldn't take more than one job at a time, but
Yeah, why don't we take it before someone else does?
Yeah, take both.
Cool.
Take all the jobs, people.
you're just tickets. Yeah. But yeah, you take down those two and get ready to head out of the schoolhouse, out of the lawn, and out to your first stop. And with that, that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Yay.